They're barefoot this morning on my tractor because
every Palatka boy should.
Because I'm from Putnam County and I don't know better. And man, I got to tell you, I was out there about 10 minutes and the top of my feet are sunburned AF. Just
Really?
Being out there just for a few minutes mowing grass barefoot, my feet are, and I think, look, I don't know.
My dad had the tops of his feet sunburnt one time.
Brutal.
He talked about how unbelievably painful it is because you can't wear flip-flops to work, and even if you do, that hurts.
It sucks. They're not terrible, but my God, man, it's just, I was like thinking, like, what's the worst place to be sunburned? I think it's the top of your feet.
I'm so aware of that. Like, if I go to the beach, it's like the legs I don't care about, but I will always get the top of the feet. They're sitting in this end. They are facing up all the time.
All the time.
And that thin-ass skin.
Yeah.
That
No
same
joke.
reason. It's brutal.
It is. And my sister has one, and it's of a...
Your sister in a biker gang?
No,
Oh.
but it's the baby footprint of her kids, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
On top of her feet, she has their footprint tattoo. So it looks like it looks like a
His whole
Rorschach
family
test.
is hardcore.
It looks like a Rorschach test on your
It does.
feet,
It
dude.
looks like an ink blot. Every time I see it, I'm like, what the hell is that?
That's
Your
right.
nieces and nephews.
Remind me to never F with a Bradshaw.
I mean, seriously, dude.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
she's
one
the
turned
scary
light-
one.
Well, she's the scary one.
That's the youngest.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But
That's
I
a
mean,
terror.
that's saying something considering he knocked the lights out to a Coke dealer. I had to get gas today and use cash.
Did you really? Did they know what it was?
Oh, you saved.
You know what it was? It
Oh, that's
felt
funny.
weird. I kind of felt like the guy looked at me like, "Is everything okay?" Right? Because normally you just come in and Apple Pay or slide your card
Where's
or
your
whatever.
card? What happened?
So when you come in and you put down 2 10s, you're like, "I'll take $10 at pump number 2." I got a message the other night from the bank that said, "Hey, did you make this $99 charge?"
Oh, yeah, that's the magic number.
That's one of them.
That's
Yep.
the magic
Isn't it?
number.
Yep.
Yeah, sure is.
So I was reminded by America's banking industry that I love the fact that they're so proactive. When they see something, they immediately get in touch. Was this you? Let us know.
Yes.
Called the next morning, went on the mobile banking app, said, nope, don't recognize that. Nope, don't recognize that. They didn't even have store names. They looked like vehicle VIN numbers.
Yeah.
JK1567.
Right, yeah.
Turns out it were 3 separate charges. It was like an Instacart subscription.
Yeah. This just happened to Angel as well on the
Really?
Monsters, and they did a couple like GoFundMe's
Right, yeah.
that looked shady, and then another purchase, and finally, he woke up to all these charges. He's like, nope. But the key is, it's always, you are so much more protected. This is so much less of a problem if
Right.
you are using your credit
Yeah, the
card,
credit card
Yes.
part of
as
it.
opposed to a debit card.
Yeah.
I know, and I've learned that lesson.
Yeah.
But the thing I also learned was that as soon as they said, okay, well, these charges were denied, they were declined, so they were not paid, and your new card will be in the mail lickety-split.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no clearing it.
There's no clearing it. There's no, okay, reuse it. It was cut it up, get rid
Yep.
of it. But that's all we use in this day. When was the last time you guys remember paying for anything at the gas station or anywhere in cash?
I cannot remember the last time I had cash on me. I had $10 on me for a while, and I felt like I should spend it because it felt weird in my wallet.
Yes, you thought it was going to expire.
Like, yeah, I don't want to lose it, so I'm going to go ahead and spend it.
This might not be good anymore.
Look,
Exactly.
I have a love-hate relationship with my bank. I bank with Wells Fargo, and don't ask me why. Do not know.
Because you're too lazy to change
That's
it.
exactly the
Yeah,
answer, Jack.
yeah.
Next question. I remember being in New Orleans gambling, and I go up to the machine after getting donked out for $300, and I go back to the thing. I'm looking to reload for $5 and get my revenge on this son of a bitch.
Right? You're talking about Code Black, right?
No, it was just some dummy in
Some
New
rando?
Orleans, right? Yeah. So I go up there, and I didn't realize that my wife had already donked out on the slot machines and hit the ATM across the casino, and they shut the card down for her purchases. I've never been so angry / thankful they cleared it.
Exactly.
I'm like, what are you doing? I'm on vacation. It's obvious. Blah, 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 blah. Off, going off, going off, going off. The whole time in the background, slot machines ringing. Going off, going off, going off. Old ladies blowing Virginia Slim hits into my face. Going off, going off. And when they clear me, I go, oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it, guys.
I had that happen overseas.
Yeah.
And I had called the bank before to say, listen, put this in my records. I'm going to be in this country for
Right.
these dates.
You're right. You
Right?
let them know in advance.
You let them know in advance so that if you see my card, because it will be being used, you know it's me and I've called ahead. Guess what? Didn't matter. get down there and still try to use the card, and nope, declined.
I couldn't imagine being overseas and having that happen. My
It's a
God Almighty!
nightmare.
Yeah, because they can't just FedEx you one.
Yeah, and where are you going to go get some cash?
You don't
Right.
have a second card? You guys don't have carry 2, 3?
A lot of people don't. No. I have.
Really?
I just
Not
got 2.
overseas.
2.
Yeah, I tried to use my gas card twice at a casino. That didn't work.
I love it. Twice.
That's
not
like-
once, but twice.
That's
It's like
just
trying to
how
use your Costco card to get through TSA.
That's just how hammered I was. I'm like, I'm gonna get 500 in this Shell card. They're like, sir, this is for gas. Oh,
Is it true that you don't carry cash, Jim, so you don't have to lie to vagrants you see on the street?
Oh, he said that before. You remember that? You said that. He said that
is
before.
zero cash in the old cash pocket and the old money clip right
Sorry, I
there.
got no cash, man. Otherwise, I would help you out.
Yeah, but look, homeless don't give a damn because I'll tell you what, homeless won't have shoes, but they'll have a cell phone and a Venmo account.
Yeah, Venmo me.
That's for damn sure. I saw one the other day with a sign that said, one of those, what is it, something for food or will work for food.
Right. God
And then-
bless you, Hungary.
Right, and then had the QR code.
Oh, my. Are
Where
you
could
kidding?
you could literally scan it from your car and send dude money.
Yeah, no, thanks.
That's doing business though.
I think I'd probably give him money just for respect.
That's exactly what happened. Like the first 4 or 5 guys.
Oh, so that you'll help. That's the kind of guy you'll help.
The first 4 or 5 guys that just did the sign like, I need money for beer and drugs, man.
Right? Exactly.
And it had the comma right and everything. And I was like, here's 20, homie. Enjoy yourself. And I don't care if your buddy eats, but I want you to get hammered tonight.
Exactly.
All right.
Speaking of getting hammered, are we doing old fashioned?
Yeah, I got to talk about that in this few minutes. Man, this gig coming up we have on Saturday, this Taste of Central Florida, featuring 75 of the best restaurants out there in Central Florida. Today, the Modern that we've talked about during Primetime Kitchen with Fayez dropped by with not only unbelievable food, man, these gift basket guys, I mean, it's kind of crazy.
It's next level.
It is next level. Deb has hers now. It is like literally a smoked old-fashioned kit.
Yes.
Where the old-fashioned is made, and they even give you a torch lighter and a little pad to smoke your glass, and it's all in one box.
I've had a pretty good week. I have not been happier. When I open that box, I'm like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I have to admit, it was fun watching you read what came with the gift box in here, because with every word, he got a little bit more excited about getting home tonight.
Yeah.
He was
now,
running through
now I'm like, why wait?
He's running through the building, and he's like, have you got your present? Have you got your present? So,
I had one of these for Chris.
So this Saturday night, I will be at the World Center Marriott, Orlando World Center Marriott, with my friend Jana from XL 106.7, who's an awesome human being. 75 of the Central Florida's top chefs, restaurants, and beverage experts, all there for an unforgettable evening of bites, craft cocktails, and, of course, live entertainment. It's all to fund a number of charities. Second Harvest Food Bank Coalition for the Homeless, just a couple of those that are really going to get super served. 100% of the event proceeds go to these charities. So join us, tastecfl.org. That's tastecfl.org is how you can get your tickets. Deb?
Yeah, well, we are going to talk about Trump's pick to head NOAA. The National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration says local staffing will be a priority. Closer to home, a fiber optic line cut is what disrupted 911 service in 3 counties. We'll tell you how one fiber optic line can come to, bring things to a standstill in 3 different counties.
And let me tell you, that's just not electrical tape.
No, that is not.
That got cut. One of those got cut in my front yard, and I watched those guys for 6 hours try to fix it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a residential.
And that should give you a hint. Not everything is still working.
Yeah, oh, man.
And they're also going to take a look at the list of the most unhealthy fast food restaurants.
Nice.
We'll do that and more next during JCS News.
You got it, 77031. That's how you text us. Your 3 o'clock keyword is bank. That's BANK. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a crash getting cleared up on Florida's Turnpike northbound before that I-4 exit there. Traffic starting to slow down on I-4 westbound at State Road 429. Road rangers are clearing up an accident. The right lane's blocked there as well. An earlier accident still causing a bit of commotion where Sand Lake Road meets Universal Boulevard. Keep an eye out for emergency crews there. Traffic starting to pile up in your typical areas on the major roadways. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Wherever the drive takes you, we're here to help keep you on the road to summer fun. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer drives start here.
Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
New Year's resolution is to sell your home? Get a guaranteed cash offer today at thenicklygroup.com.
When disaster strikes, trust Paul Davis Restoration. Look, emergencies can happen anytime, leaving your property in disarray without warning. Whether it's a fire, flood, mold, or storm damage, the remediation and restoration experts at Paul Davis are here to help. With 24/7 emergency service availability and a 30-minute response window, we can confidently bring fast, practical solutions to residential and commercial property owners. If your home or business has been damaged by fire, water, or storm, call Paul Davis Restoration, here to help 24/7. 407-629-6700 or orlando.pauldavis.com.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
Fence Outlet customer Jean said,
Fence Outlet made the process easy. The team was very detailed. My fence was done right by getting all the needed permitting and finding my property pins. I've had so many compliments on my new fence.
Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia, where Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands off MSRP. Make your summer extra hot in a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for just $119 a month, 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, and zero security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 8/15/25.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Are you 62 or older and wondering if a reverse mortgage can help you access the equity in your home? It's so easy to get a free reverse mortgage quote with that mortgage guy, Don. Just fill out the online questionnaire at thatmortgageguyDon.com, or you can make an office appointment to meet in person at 1401 Town Plaza Court, Winter Springs, Florida. Happy Home Mortgage, NMLS ID 2418348.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Mecum Auctions returns to Kissimmee July 9th through 12th with 1,500 vehicles up for auction, including muscle cars, classics, Corvettes, trucks, exotics, hot rods, customs, and more. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Become a bidder and get ready to bring home your dream car. Registration and tickets are available at Mecum.com. That's Mecum.com.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Erin, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the people. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey guys, it's Angel from the Monsters. You know I love cooking on my Big Green Egg. And every time I get asked why, I tell you it's because it's an awesome experience, it's impressive, and everything comes out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you gotta go visit my friends at Wassey's Meat Market and get yourself a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up where they'll teach you the basic to advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg. Follow them on their social medias. Also, check out the website, Wassey'sMeatMarket.com. Meatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassey's Meat Market.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx user compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like iHeart Comedy. Clips from today's top comedians.
I didn't learn about countries in school. I learned about Tennessee. I learned about the states that touched us in case they attacked.
And the greatest of all time.
So don't even tell me how to get to Sesame Street. Who would want to live in a neighborhood like that? 6-foot pigeons walking around?
Try something different. iHeart Comedy.
Women are gatherers. We like to gather information about you, and then we hunt you.
Open the app and make iHeart Comedy a preset now.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reesewindows.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Good afternoon and happy hump day. Jim Colbert and Company, it's Concrete Mike.
What up, Mike?
So I'm staying in a hotel out of town working in Tampa. And I came back to my room today to open my curtains and look out at the beautiful view of my pool and see a homeless man taking a bath in the pool.
Oh.
Get it together, Tampa. God damn it.
You could have said Tampa taking a bath. I would have believed it. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Bank is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's B-A-N-K. Just slide over to realradio.fm and send that on for your chance at $1,000. Before we get into the news, I want to tell you something I heard today. It's crazy. So these floods in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Perpetually in the news now for a reason. Of course, all different angles, but still crazy. Now a new one in Ruidoso, New Mexico. Another really awful one. I know you're going to talk about that in a second.
That's where I stayed when I went on vacation last year.
Right. I thought I remembered the name.
Which is amazing. This was the thing, all right? So in regards to water, this was a news broadcast from up in the north. It said, this is how much water fell in Texas in 24 hours or whatever, right? As much water that goes over Niagara Falls for 2 straight days fell in Texas.
Wow.
In one day. That's how much water you're talking about.
Well, I'll have one of the sheriffs, or actually a mayor from Ruidoso, talking about what kind of water levels they saw.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Jack. Let's get some news. There's Deb.
It's time for JCS News.
Get it?
Wow. Does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
Yep.
And as always, JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don, and the ink is still fresh.
Nice.
All right, there is a desperate search in the Texas Hill Country to find nearly 200 people missing after weekend flooding. Guys, do you remember last night when we did, you heard it here first, our last newscast of the night, and we updated that there were 161 people missing?
Yeah.
It's now over 170. They keep adding more and more names to the list. Kerr County Sheriff's Captain Jason Waldrop says a wall of water swept debris downstream, creating huge piles.
We're still spotting areas up and down the river where we can take apart
these materials and hopefully locate some more of the missing.
Just in Kerr County alone, the death toll is up to 95 victims. Statewide, about 110 people were killed in the flooding, which started on the 4th of July. Some, of course, as we've been talking about, children from Camp Mystic. Officials this morning say that 5 of the campers and 1 counselor are among the missing. And unfortunately, today, forecasters say scattered showers and storms may impact the region. Jack, over to where you and Naomi, Bradshaw.com, made wonderful memories. Officials are confirming that 3 people are dead, 1 adult and 2 children after flash flooding in New Mexico. The Ruidoso Mayor Lynn Crawford said this is something they have not seen before.
The USGS, the United States Geological Survey gauge at Hollywood in the Rio Ruidoso crested at a historical high of 20 feet.
Now, the historic floods hit the small mountain community located about 180 miles south of Albuquerque yesterday. Crawford says 3 people have been hospitalized. Now, the other thing that we've been talking about outside of the tragedy is the warnings, and he added multiple emergency warnings were sent out all day Tuesday, but the outdoor system was not activated, and he said that's because the flooding was confined to a small area, and activating those sirens would have led to a much larger scale evacuation.
Wow.
All right, 3 Floridians are in stable condition after a near catastrophic fall during a visit to Glacier National Park in Montana. It happened on Sunday while they were posing for a photo.
Oh, no.
One of the 3 fell into Avalanche Creek.
Oh, no.
The other 2 fell in the water trying to rescue the first person. The National Park Service says bystanders helped perform CPR on 2 of the individuals. All 3 were taken to the hospital. A 4th person with the group did not fall in the water. No, I'm good over here.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And was uninjured.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll call for help.
Exactly. I'll be right back.
Right. Yeah.
All right. President Trump's pick to head NOAA, which includes the National Weather Service, says the fatal flooding in Texas should be a wake-up call. Not only that, Neil Jacobs says, if confirmed, he wants to upgrade NOAA weather radios, which he says saved his life.
I was at a campsite in Florida, and it issued a tornado alert. I drove around the campsite and held my horn down and told as many people as I could to leave. When we went back to the campsite, it was nothing but bare dirt.
Wow.
Jacobs also promised that if confirmed, staffing at local weather service offices will be a priority. And of course, weather radio is something we talk about from June to November.
That's right.
Right? Because if you have a weather radio and it's got batteries in it, you can get those alerts even if your phone isn't juiced or you've got your phone on silent or whatever.
Get one on Amazon Prime Day.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Wind-up radios.
Wind-up radios, even solar radios, just something that doesn't have to rely on power. All right, speaking of power, so an incident in Lake County is blamed for disrupting 911 service in Central Florida. So a fiber optic line was cut near Leesburg yesterday afternoon. Apparently, that's what left people unable to call 911 in Lake, Marion, and Osceola counties. And what I found out today watching a local newscast is that this is apparently the dirty little secret of the telecommunications industry, is that they use the same fiber optic lines when they're in rural communities. So they'll all pile up on that one fiber optic line. So if one line gets cut,
all of them get cut.
That means service in multiple areas. Because didn't you guys wonder what could cause 911 service to go down in Marion, Lake, and then Osceola?
Right. That feeder line, I guess. I know that they cut our fiber line on accident while installing irrigation in my house a few years back. And since it's fiber, it's glass basically.
Right.
They have to bring this machine in, and fiber by fiber, they have to remelt the glass together. It took them 6 hours to do because he was training a guy to do it. But each one of those things, they close this thing up, and when they fire it up, it creates enough heat to melt glass and melt those fiber optic cables back together, or those pieces. It's crazy.
Real Mobile 77031 texter says they just got done doing a fiber optic repair in a neighborhood. He goes, that sucks. When they were installing fiber in my neighborhood, I went out. I was watching the guy do it. I wanted to watch him do it, and I wanted to ask him about it and stuff, and he didn't speak any English. And finally, all right, I'll leave you alone.
Did he have that same machine where he puts it in there, he closes it up?
Yep.
It's some kind of incendiary thing.
Yeah.
Where they fired it. They had to put a tent over it because it took them so long. The sun was killing them.
I bet. Well, it's a good thing there's only like 5 or 6 of those fiber optics. So not a lot. It's a 5-minute job, I'm sure. Sure, yeah.
Just tape it.
All right, Orange County is making it easier for loved ones to find those facing deportation. The county has stopped hiding the names of those detained on immigration holds. The county had refused to release those names, but relatives complained that, listen, that's hard to find our family members, the detainees. So Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings ordered corrections officials to make that change. Speaking of Orange County Mayor, former Democratic Congresswoman Stephanie Murphy is now going to be running for mayor of Orange County.
I like her.
Saw her announcement this morning on Fox with Amy Caulfield.
Yeah, she made the announcement as well in a video on YouTube. Murphy says she's committed to making Orange County the best place to live, work, and raise a family. Her priorities include affordable housing, safe communities and schools, and good-paying jobs.
Yeah.
The election is next year. All right, speaking of affordable housing.
I think she was too good for the House.
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's like she's like, I want to go where I can make a difference.
Exactly. Keep it local, right?
Yeah.
Keep it local.
Yep.
All right. Florida's new budget went into law last week, and the Speaker of the House, Daniel Perez, Oh, yeah. He says he's disappointed more was not done to address the property insurance problem.
The Senate didn't want to move an inch on this bill, but this was to protect Floridians from being bamboozled by the insurance carriers. I'm over it. These insurance carriers, I mean, they're making hand over fist money. They're sending it out of here, and then they're going, quote unquote, belly up and then dishing the policies to citizens. It's complete crap.
You know, I appreciate them saying it's complete crap and recognizing what's going on, but then if you really don't do anything to change it, does us hearing you complain about it make us feel any better?
Does not matter.
You know?
Stop caving to the lobbyists from those guys, and then guess what? You don't have to worry about any of these issues. Just stop caving to the lobbyists.
Yeah, but
just somebody over there have balls and stand up to them.
Who's going to fill their campaign coffers?
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem, right?
It is the problem.
You scratch my
You're
back,
right.
I scratch yours.
That is the problem.
That is
You're
the problem.
correct.
So Perez also says he's not happy that the governor vetoed the state's $750 million rainy day fund and dumped the money into the general revenue fund to be spent. Now, what could you spend $750 million on? I can't imagine. All right, this next story really frosts my flakes. Because you would think the person who inspired a law because of your behavior wouldn't be allowed to get out on bail.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
This is a man convicted of killing and dumping a rescue dog shortly after adopting him is being granted bond. The bond was set at $55,000 for Domingo Rodriguez. He was sentenced in February to 1 year and 60 days in jail for aggravated animal cruelty and improper disposal of a dead animal. His case is what inspired the state's new law, Dexter's Law.
Right.
Right, which increases penalties. This is the one that created the public registry banning offenders from owning or working with animals. It was this guy's case.
Unbelievable.
That inspired that registry. How the hell?
Because I didn't know this, but I guess there's a sect of people who will adopt animals for the sole purpose of abusing them.
That is, again, that's an issue, right? So you're a rescue trying to help an already abused and neglected animal. But I just don't understand. If he was just sentenced in February to 1 year and 60 days in jail, let him serve his time. I don't know. So maybe the next story will help.
All right.
Recreational marijuana has a lot of backing in Florida.
All right.
Good luck.
I saw this today, by the way. It's interesting.
It is very interesting.
Because they made it pretty difficult to get this thing done. That's what I mean. They basically set the system up so that it would be difficult to get this many signatures because there's ID confirmation, blah,
yes.
blah, blah, blah.
So I'm going to expect that it's still going to face plenty of legal challenges because, the folks in Tallahassee don't have faith that we know how to make decisions for ourselves and our communities.
We need 99% approval for it to pass.
Exactly.
And then it's a coin flip.
And then it's a coin flip if they'll enact it. But supporters of a proposed 2026 constitutional amendment have submitted over, Jack, did you see how many verified signatures they've already been able to collect?
I have not.
Over 600,000. The initiative is called Adult Personal Use of Marijuana. It would allow adults 21 and over to possess, purchase, and use pot for non-medical purposes. The previous ballot measure in 2024 fell short of the 60% threshold needed for constitutional amendments, although I think it came in at like 58%.
Hold up for a second. There's a non-medical use for that?
I don't know. Quick, let's call the experts Cheech and Chong.
All right. I think there just may be.
For a second, I was looking at you saying, wait a minute,
sold
is
it
he
too hard.
serious?
My bad. I sold it too hard. Next joke.
All right. You guys ever follow the social media accounts of some businesses out there? Like Wendy's. Wendy's has
That's a well-known
fire,
one. Yeah.
fire social media.
Who was the other one that Wendy's had a good one? There was also another one. There's that chicken sandwich war thing. A couple of those people showed up.
Oh, yeah.
KFC, I think, has a good one.
Popeyes, KFC has a good one. I also like the Oklahoma Department of Wild Game. They have a fire Twitter follow.
What a reference. That's great.
I know, but I was just telling you today about Amtrak, Jack.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard.
Did
but
you see that thing?
No.
Amtrak has made news because it used 90s commercials of monster truck shows for their latest train promotion. And that thing has over 475,000 likes on Instagram and over 7,000 comments. And Amtrak says if they're lucky, they'll get 1,000 comments on a social media post. So what they found was you need to get weird to connect with young people.
Right.
And check out that Instagram post on Amtrak. It's pretty cool.
It's actually super funny.
Sunday.
Sunday.
So speaking of that, Tampa International Airport is having a little fun after the TSA announced passengers can keep their shoes on while passing through security. TPA took to social media to announce the update. A footnote at the bottom of the post stated, quote, "Unless you're wearing Crocs, you should take those off and throw them away," end quote. The airport social media accounts are known for their humorous and witty content.
That's cool.
Yeah. Another one is Brightline. Brightline has a really cool social account as well. Yeah. All right. Now, who amongst us thinks that vegetarians are just super sweet and
I do not
just
think
the kumbaya?
I do
the
not
world?
think just because you don't eat meat that you're super sweet.
What about you, Jack?
I have no hate for vegetarians.
No, but do you think that they're like nicer than your average person because they don't eat animals?
I have a feeling after I hear this next story, the answer would be no.
There you go. It turns out vegetarians might be less benevolent than meat eaters.
Son of a bitch.
That's according to a new study out of Poland.
It's only because they're so much better than us.
That found vegetarians scored lower on values like caring for others. Isn't that the whole reason they're vegetarian?
I was about to say,
mainly?
that seems kind of odd.
Outside of health,
I don't know,
obviously.
Deb. I think I've heard you say a lot. I like animals a lot better than people.
I do.
So
that's
think
true.
it kind of falls in line with that.
Yeah, that's a
theory.
good point.
Still eats them. I saw it today.
Hey!
And I mean, eats them fast.
Oh, food was so good.
It was good.
And you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to record you when you eat.
You don't know. Don't do that.
Your num sounds.
Oh my God! I eat so fast too. It's
fast.
terrible. I know. I've been animal. Haven't you heard? My God, man.
Anyway, vegetarians scored lower.
God damn.
On values like caring for others and a desire for security when compared to meat eaters. Vegetarians also scored higher on values related to personal power and achievement.
Wow.
Which I'd imagine you'd have to have that kind of self-control because that's not an easy lifestyle.
It's not.
I mean, it's becoming easier, but I mean, like back when Olivia started, I mean, there were just not the same products available.
And a lot of those people, I know that somebody I read about today who's famous was a vegetarian for years, but now they're a pescatarian. I've heard a lot of that happening as well.
Oh, really?
Fish, shellfish, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the participants were rated on a well-known psychological framework that measures what drives human behavior. Vegetarians were also less likely to care about conformity and maintaining social traditions. So
are there still breatharians, or is that whole idea run out of air?
Jack.
I just saw the Amtrak commercial. That was pretty damn funny.
Wasn't that awesome?
That is
Isn't
excellent.
that clever? I thought that was really, really clever.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, no, I think there's someone outside the studio doors that's talking.
Okay.
You know, that couch you requested?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came in.
And someone's using it.
And they're using it.
Tell me about your problems.
Exactly. No, Jack, that's the white couch. We save that for special occasion. So go ahead, have that fast food meal. A new ranking by World Atlas, though. What do you think? What fast food restaurant World Atlas says is the most unhealthy fast food restaurant in America? Personally, I was a little surprised.
Really?
Just because I was just surprised.
Okay.
This is not the one I would have picked.
Okay, so I will go with one I wouldn't necessarily think, but just picking out of the blue and say Taco Bell.
All right.
Chicken. Go something with chicken, Jim.
I'm trying to think.
Should he?
Who does who does all the Baconator stuff? Like, I mean, who?
Wendy's.
I thought that was Burger King.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. Who does the Baconator?
Oh, it's Sonic. It's got to be like Sonic or Checkers or something like that.
So your vote is Sonic?
Sonic.
All right, and your vote was Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Wendy's.
No way, really.
They say Wendy's is the most unhealthy
that's the
fast food
Baconator.
restaurant.
You were there, dude.
I think that's the Baconator.
That distinction can largely be blamed on things like its triple Baconator. Oops, sorry. I should have read down to the story, Jimmy. I could have helped you out. Frosties and fries.
So nice.
And now, they elevated Frosties. Now they put cookies in them.
Seriously. Now, as far as worst offenders go, here you go, Jimmy. Sonic came in right behind Wendy's, followed by Taco Bell.
Oh my God.
Man.
We were in the top 3?
Top 3. But then they say...
We know our heart disease.
Yeah.
Then they say Dairy Queen. How dare you?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, but the thing is, I heard that in a lot of these situations, they'll give you the meal and then they add a shake. They don't make it like a soda. Like, who uses a shake to wash down a meal anymore? Who does that? Shakes are like dessert. Do you know somebody who gets a shake and uses it as the drink for their meal?
No, that's
shake's like 600 calories.
Exactly. All right, the list looked at restaurants that serve meals that can eclipse daily calorie limits in a single sitting. Give me a challenge. The rest of the top 10, from bad to even worse, goes like this: Quiznos, McDonald's, Smashburger, Little Caesars, and Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, huh?
Chick-fil-A.
Who'd have thought deep-fried chicken and deep-fried potatoes would be?
Oh, they're so good.
It is good.
I love waffle
I mean, 10's
fries.
pretty good, though. I mean, it's in the world of...
You're not 1 through 9.
Yeah.
I know, but still, think about it. The nicest people came out as having the unhealthiest food.
Right.
It's just this whole list was nothing but hypocrisy and dichotomy.
It's our pleasure.
Well, Wendy's also is all of those restaurants. Wendy's is the only one that offers a triple.
Yeah, but they
So that's
also
an extra
offer a
patty.
salad.
Yeah.
Well, McDonald's, I mean, the Big Mac, that's 3 all-beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese.
It's 2 off-beef patties.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It is.
It's been a while since I've had one.
Pickles, onions on the sesame seed bun. With Wendy's, when they had their salad bar, I remember we were promoting it at the time, and the rep from Wendy's, he goes, hey, don't promote this as locale, because it's not. Because when you add all the stuff on that they put on it in the
cheese,
dressing,
ranch dressing, bacon,
right up there.
I go to Jason's Deli and do that same thing. I'm like, I'm going to eat sensibly today. Give me a turkey sub, and I'll do some soup and then a salad. I go to that salad bar. It's just like eggs, bacon, ham, cheese.
Load it up.
That's a place I never think about.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Don't live close to one.
It's really good.
We have one not too far from here.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah.
That sweet tomatoes is straight salad. I don't think they offer anything else. The cool thing about Jason's is they have sandwiches, soups, and salad. It's delicious.
Don't you get free soft serve at the end too?
Yeah, they do have free soft serve. Yeah.
Oh, wow, man.
Let's go.
Let's go. Absolutely. That's where I'm going to have my 12th birthday party.
Oh, God. Shut up.
Well, when he asked if they had soft serve ice cream, I'm like, what, are you 10? I love that.
12th birthday party. We'll have to get there by horse.
Oh.
Zing.
And that concludes your JCS News.
Wow. All right, 407-916-1041.
I kill you.
Don't forget, bank is your 3 o'clock keyword. Go over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec.
I kill you.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Wednesday evening forecast. Seeing those temperatures staying mild through the overnight tonight, dropping into the mid-70s. So it is going to be a mild start to your Thursday. For your Thursday, temperature is going to be back up into the low 90s, possibly even flirting with the mid-90s, as we see those sea breeze thunderstorms really start to fire things up as we take a look at your Thursday afternoon. And same message goes for your Friday as well, with highs in the low 90s.
This report is sponsored by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. So start feeling like it today. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Hey fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also will improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander, or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the tariff sheriff. See, at R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, Deland and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Are you tired of blurry vision and the hassle of glasses? The Filatowski Eye Institute has been earning Central Florida's trust for over 35 years with more than 65,000 LASIK procedures performed. And I know firsthand, my son was one of those people. Right now, schedule your free LASIK exam and get $500 off each eye. That's $1,000 in savings if you elect a procedure. This offer's for a limited time. Call 800-EYE-EXAM to get started. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teens require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
You've got an app for your music, but what about your favorite morning show, sports team, or live local news and weather?
Things start to change.
Yep, there's an app for all that too. iHeartRadio. Download the #1 app for radio, the free iHeartRadio app.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Miss part of the show? The Jim Colbert Show on demand. Available on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Alright, so I'll tell you this. Rather than using your card at the pump, just download the either 7-Eleven app or any gas station app and put your card in there. I haven't had to replace any one of my cards until they expired now, and I get gas all the time for our vehicles, for our shop.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. A lot of the places will use Apple Pay now as well. That's I like. I know Circle K's do Apple Pay. I don't think 7-Elevens do.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
I Apple Pay at 7-Eleven.
Good for you.
Yeah, but also if you use the app for a particular brand, usually they have an incentive like, a nickel off a gallon or lower prices.
Or points, build up points or something.
Yeah.
That's the way I use that 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I used to be a part of that Shell world. That Shell world was great. You swipe that Shell card after shopping at Winn-Dixie for a couple times or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that turned out great.
Could be like 15, 20 cents a gallon. It was great.
Fuel Perks was great, and too many people, like people we know, really gamed the system legally, but they were giving out free gas cards.
Yeah.
However, they do a rewards thing now. I still don't understand it, but I just use the Upside app. That one works if I'm offside, if I'm not at Costco. Otherwise, Costco prices beat anything you're getting around town.
All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Don't forget your 3 o'clock keyword is bank. Get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. I love finding new music. And I found a new band today. I say I found it. It's really not a new band. I think it's kind of new to the U.S. I saw them. I think they formed in 2022.
Don't do this to yourself.
Yeah, you're setting yourself up.
What am I doing?
You're setting yourself up.
You're going to put out the band, and then people who have heard about them, like 18 months ago or 2 years ago.
Every Zoomer millennial is going to be like, all right,
come on, dude.
This happens with my kids often. I'll text them. I'm like, have you heard about this band? They're like, this is what I get back. I'm like, hey, have you guys heard about this band? And I'll get this, Pop. Like they already have a tattoo of the band. But this band is called Wet Leg. It's a 5-piece band out of England, and I found them today on NPR's Tiny Desk. And if you want to check out a really cool sounding band, and I know they've been around for a minute. Their videos have their most viewed videos only have 11 million views, and they do have a song that was put out today is my favorite one called CPR, and I think their official music video only has like 700,000 views so far.
Yeah,
but they played Glastonbury this year. And at the Glastonbury Fest, of course, it's already a built-in crowd. I was telling Jack, that song CPR has a part in it where she gets on the phone and has a conversation. The crowd was saying the conversation word for word.
Oh, you mean she calls emergency services? 999?
Yeah. Exactly it,
yeah.
Right. And when she says that, the entire crowd is saying it with her, so they already know who they are. But it's a cool little 5-piece with a female singer that's adorable, and it's called Wet Leg.
It's a good example of how fragmented not only the music business is, but just entertainment in general is. You can have this core, loyal, smaller audience
without one record spend,
everything, and then outside of that circle, nobody knows.
That's right, and that's I can't say that's exactly because I literally just found them this morning. But remember that girl Ina Agrez or whatever I told you guys about a few months back or whatever. That's the same kind of thing. You stumble onto these people online, and Jack's 100% right. They could have a complete following. I think they have a few 100,000 YouTube subscribers, which that's a TV audience, by the way, guys. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
But when you look at TV ratings, everybody thinks it's like millions of viewers. There are a number of shows very popular that have right at 1 million or even lower than 1 million people who usually tune in. You can still make money as an advertiser with access to 1 million people.
Yeah.
Right. But with TV ratings, when they're talking in the millions, usually regular people aren't talking about TV ratings unless they are at that level. You're not talking about the, Wheel of Fortune or any all the other shows on television.
And, Jack is 100% right as well. Musicians really are and I think we talked to David Cook a little bit about this, but, they're in the, other than getting money from record companies the way it used to be, which was you go to a record company loves what you're doing. They give you $1 million to make a record. You make that record. You now owe the record company $1 million.
Right.
So when you sell records, that money goes back to the record company. That's why a lot of these deals that young bands make wind up screwing them for years because they have to do it. There was no other access to money or distribution to get your music in front of people. That is dead now. I mean, when you make a YouTube video out there and if it gets hot, it's more than any record company could ever do for you.
We learned that with Justin Bieber.
Oh man, it's crazy.
I mean, how many artists have just gotten their start just by getting on YouTube? But someone said they saw Wet Leg at the Plaza 4 years ago.
Did they really?
Oh, Pop.
How crazy. Super cool band, though. If you haven't heard of them, go check them out. 77031, that's how you text us. We will have a fresh keyword for you at the top of the hour. Animal House is next with our friend Debbie Helsel.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with Night 2 of the Mount Dora Summer Night Series with Ryan Holmes from the Monsters in the Morning, July 12th. Details at realradio.fm/comedy.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The roadways are getting busy and so are emergency crews. There's a crash getting cleared up on Good Homes Road near State Road 408. Construction continues on Apopka Vineland Road southbound at Hotel Plaza Boulevard. I believe the right lane's blocked there. Construction's ongoing where Poncietta Boulevard meets Bronson Highway. Expect some rainy conditions on some of the major roadways this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus.
Imagine yourself winning $1,000 this summer. Would you do a beach weekend? Upgrade your phone? Commission a custom portrait of yourself? Hey, we're not here to judge. We are here to give you that chance to get $1,000 in your hand. 13 times each weekday. Hear keyword, enter website, answer phone. We are the best at this, and you are in the right place. Real Radio 104.1. This national contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Are you ready for some locked-in summer value? At Sam's Club until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items, including must-haves like sunscreen and ice cream. Go sign up for a membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
Need a new fence that stands tall? Look no further.
I'm so glad I went to Fence Outlet. Their team really nailed it, and my home has been completely elevated by my new fence. Thanks, Fence Outlet.
Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday?
No!
Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Are you worried about long-term injuries after an accident? I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Before you settle, know your rights and know your options. Visit justcallmo.com. Let's make sure you're covered. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Hurricane season is here, Orlando. When storms threaten, stay connected with the station you trust. Before, during, and after the storm, Real Radio 104.1 is your lifeline. Get real-time updates, emergency alerts, and the latest from local officials all in one place. Listen live on air or stream us anytime on the iHeartRadio app. Stay safe, stay informed. Eustace Roofing is the official sponsor of iHeart Stormwatch coverage. Eustace Roofing, the real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Stuck in a car you hate? We'll set you free, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offers subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Colbert crew. So, Jimmy, I like to check out new bands too, and actually, Angel from the Monsters turned me on to this one where he played a rejoin about a month ago. A band called The Warning. Three sisters from Mexico. They're like 25, 23, and 20, and they absolutely kill it. They rock out. Actually going to see them Friday night at the House of Blues.
Very cool.
I guess they've been doing it for like 10 years. They're like child prodigies, but I never heard of them, so I'm kind of with you with that. But they're awesome. Check them out.
I will, buddy.
Day,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you for that heads up, man. That's awesome. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1. Check is your 4 o'clock keyword. That's CHECK. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Check will do it, guys. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. Good luck. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Jack. Yo. And Deb has Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery, tough, and scaly. It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
Animal House is generously brought to us each and every week by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman from Klausman Law. We're going to talk to Glenn tomorrow afternoon as part of Colbert Court and tell you how you can get in touch with him. But first, please join me in welcoming back Executive Director of the Back to Nature Wildlife Refuge, Debbie Helsel with Hang 10 and Luna.
Yay!
Welcome back, Debbie. How you doing?
Oh my goodness, it's a little tired.
Yeah.
It's been a very exciting last several weeks, but especially this week has been just a milestone for Back to Nature.
Yeah, you were hobnobbing with local politicians, all the local media.
I know. They're all just dying to meet me.
All right. Dying to give you money.
I hope so. Bring on the people. We could sure use it.
Yeah, it's this has been a long time coming, right? I mean, we've been talking about the new rebuild or the grand reopening of Back to Nature Wildlife Refuge, and the time is finally here, is it not?
It is. We just had the ribbon cutting on Monday, and so that was really exciting to be able to do that. Mayor Demings was out there, Commissioner Cordero was there. We had a lot of people from the county and numerous of the businesses that support us. We had people there along with our own volunteers. And just a lot of support. It was really beautiful to see, especially on a Monday. At 9:00 in the morning after a holiday weekend. But we're grateful for the opportunity.
Nice piece in the Sentinel today for you guys.
Thank you.
Enjoy seeing that. It's always good to see the paper out there giving you guys some coverage with a nice big column with photographs and stuff.
Nice. I actually haven't seen it. I was looking for it yesterday, so I'll have to go look for it today.
I saw it this morning. I knew we were going to be talking to you this morning, so I checked it out and read it. And it was really cool, just kind of giving the timeline and what the facility does, what you guys are up to. Matter of fact, why don't we do that now? Because you haven't been on it a little bit. Explain to everybody what the Refuge is all about.
Well, Back to Nature was incorporated in June of 1989, so we've been around a really long time. But our purpose is to do wildlife rehabilitation and public education. So we take in native, injured, and orphan wildlife, and then our goal, when possible, is to raise them up or rehabilitate them, put them back into the wild where they're supposed to be. And then we also function as a public education facility. So we house typically between 25 and 30 ambassador animals that are educators like Luna and Hang 10 that spend their life with us. And so that's what people see when they come to visit, is they get to see the ambassador animals. It's not legal for us to exhibit the rehabilitation animals, so it's kind of like, if you went to the hospital, they don't let you walk down ICU and just go, peep in the windows.
That's actually a good point. I never thought about that.
So it's, it's a lot of stress on the animals to have a lot going on. So we, especially with these new buildings, having separate rooms and individual rooms, which is what we've always wanted, so we can keep the species segregated, which is awesome. So it's a lot less stress. So a lot less stress on us, too.
Yeah, kids gather around. Grandpa's got TB.
Right, exactly. Well, but speaking of family event, now I know the Muckety Muck grand opening ribbon cutting was Monday.
Yeah.
But what's really cool is that this Saturday, families are going to be able to come out, because you and I were talking, it's been almost since between COVID and then the severe flooding you guys did. Was it Hurricane Ian?
Ian wasn't nice to us. Milton wasn't nice to us. We had a lot of flooding that we hadn't ever seen before.
Right.
With some of the hurricanes, that have been recent. So, it was just praying that these buildings, the old portables would stand long enough, for us to get into new buildings and just, we're going to be safer than we've ever been.
Thank goodness.
And there's not really, truthfully, there's just not enough words to express the gratitude that we have for what they gave to us, as an organization. But we've worked really hard for it. It's been, we just last month, we celebrated 36 years as an organization. So, we've been tried and true, and we've been around, and we're up to between 3,500 and 4,500 animals that we get a year that come in for rehab purposes to try and put them back out.
And that's everything from deer and foxes. You guys do otters?
Well, we don't have the appropriate facilities for otters. If we got one in, we would try to stabilize it, and then we would have to make arrangements with another facility that had the appropriate facilities. The same with the deer. When we get the babies, we can stabilize them and house them short term. But when you don't have legally the proper facilities, they have to go to a facility that has the experience, which we do, but we just don't have the proper place for that. But now with the portables gone, it frees up extra space that hopefully now we can get back to doing some of the stuff we haven't been able to do for a long time.
Just do it Tiger King style and don't worry about regulations.
He's got a year in prison, no big deal.
Yeah, no problem.
The grand reopening is this Saturday, like Deb said, July 12th from 10 until 1. It's at 10525 Clap Sims Duda Road out there in Orlando. Food trucks, vendors, new visitor center, gift shop, guest wildlife. It's going to be a good time out there.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're super excited, just to have the opportunity to re-engage with the public, and because people have been coming every day. Can we go in? And not yet. Just a few more days. It's just, we get tired of saying not yet. So, at least we can take that out of our vocabulary.
I did want to ask you one thing. I do find it interesting. We talk a lot about the rehab aspect of Back to Nature, and we have for many years, right?
Yeah.
We know that you guys bring in animals, like you said, local animals, rehab them. What is the release protocol? We've never really talked about that. Like, let's say you get an animal in, you get this animal back to health. Do you release it around the center? Does it have to go to where it was found? Like where it was reported? Like maybe someone brings something in from Osceola County? Do you guys have to drive it back to that area?
Actually, that's a really, really good question. And the answer is yes. That we are,
Really?
we are. There's a lot of answers to that. But the goal is, especially if they're adults, they really need to go back to the area that they came from. Animals like tortoises, because of territorial issues and things like that, Luna.
Well, if you're watching us on YouTube, you just watched our little owl take flight.
Yeah.
I think he likes Jimmy's charger.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to sit on that. But yeah, the goal is certainly to get them back where they came from, if at all possible. When they're adults, it's critically possible or necessary to try and get them back to the same area, because a lot of them have territorial issues and they don't adapt well in other areas. But for nesting purposes or breeding purposes, they do have their families. And you don't want to kidnap them and take them. When it comes to babies, that's a really, really hard one, because it's difficult to put them back in an area where they have not been raised by those parents, unless you can get them back. Like if we got something in and we just needed to stabilize it, sometimes it can go back right away to the parents. If the parents are around and haven't gone, oh gosh, the baby's gone, I got to move on.
Right.
So, but when possible, we do. We're not allowed to release on site, because the land that we sit on, we just lease 20 acres from the county, but it's public owned.
Right.
It would have to be released on private properties. So we do have some properties that we have permission to release on. But
that's interesting. I would have thought public lands is what they would be released on instead of private property.
Right. Yeah, it's illegal to do that unless you have permission, and the county hasn't given us any permission to release there. I mean, I won't lie. There have been a few that have escaped on their own and things like that. But when you're surrounded by thousands and thousands, of acres, if one gets out and those kind of species live there, truthfully, it's not the end of the world. But that's not the way that it's supposed to. Not the way that it's supposed to work. But when we get the babies in and there's other babies of the same species, we put them together so that they're raised together. Nobody should be raised alone, unless it's an older opossum who is solitary when they get older.
No,
things like that.
You need to bring those to Jimmy.
They have to. But
Jimmy loves an old
they need to be
opossum.
raised, with others of their own species, so that they can learn, territorial skills and. Just a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I asked because I saw a video on Instagram today where they were releasing a fawn, and man, they took this fawn out into this field, and that thing came out, and it wasn't even as tall as the grass around it, and they just took off.
Really?
Yeah, they just left it there. I mean, I guess that's where its parents were or whatever, and they just kind of figured it'd smell its way around and figure it out. But I mean, they literally put this baby-ass deer out there in the middle of the field and took off.
Can you do the same thing with teenagers?
God, I tried, Jack.
You'd like to think you could.
You
You'd like.
can.
I don't think it's as easy to let go, let them go and them not come back.
Really?
You got any?
You got any?
I was going to say, you need to listen to these guys a little bit more closely.
Between Jack and I, we have a very dysfunctional basketball team.
Is there any cost for folks coming out to the event this Saturday?
Well,
donation based?
Yeah. To go back and see the animals. I mean, the event part up front, there is no charge for that, but we do have to start charging admission again. And our budget went up a lot by all the new construction and how long we've been closed. So it'll be $10 a person. Under 3 is free. However, they can still get the annual passes, which is 2 adults and 4 kids. And we based that on how long Back to Nature's been around. So it'd be $36, and they'd be able to come till the end of the year for free, bring a picnic lunch, whatever, come and visit.
Well, that's cool.
And then next year's $37. So it'd be a long time before anybody would really have to pay for an annual pass. But the hope is, if we keep the cost low for those, frequent visitors or regular visitors and families, that maybe, they spend a little money in the gift shop and help us that way. But, the goal is just to have people come back. We want people to enjoy it. We want them to understand the benefit to the organization and what we have done all these years so that we can keep that legacy going.
It's a beautiful ride out there, too, by the way. That's a beautiful part of the state that, it's out there by Lake Nona, past near Moss Park and that area out there, right?
When was the last time you were out there?
Oh, really? It's not there to me. It's way out?
Oh, well, it's right by Narcoossee and Boggy Creek. But
okay, that's not far.
If you think it was an enjoyable ride,
Okay, hold on. Now, the back way we used to go there, back up through through the back of the woods used to be a really nice ride. But you're right, I haven't been out there in years. So
if there's even any woods left, they're taking care of all the animals that have been chased out.
Yeah, the traffic has gotten really bad. I mean, when we got out there, it was wonderful. I mean, it was like boop, and you're
That's
right
what
there.
I remember. That's yeah.
Oh no, if you haven't seen it in a while, you
haven't been out there in a
you
while.
will feel like you're in a different world when you go out there. It really is boomed like
I
crazy.
used to drive out there and play golf, and it would be like cowfield, forest, Lake Nona.
And that's near where the TM Ranch was, and that was over 20 years ago we were going there.
Crazy.
Yeah, just like, today I was telling you,
Medical City out there.
Driving, on the 429, watching a huge stand of trees that are burning because of new development. Debbie, as always, thank you so much for coming in. I'll be sure to post the information so folks can make their plans to join you this Saturday, July 12th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Food trucks, vendors get to see your new your guest center.
Absolutely. They'll see
shop.
Luna, hopefully she's in a good mood and she'll be up and close personal and Hang Ten and some of the others.
Jimmy's been trying to talk to her the entire time before we came on the air.
Well, we're sure happy to be here with you guys again. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you for making time, because I knew this week was exceptionally busy, but I wanted to make sure we let folks know that they can finally go back out to the Back to Nature Wildlife Refuge starting this Saturday for your big event. Oh, wow.
Oh, she calmed
She
down.
looks.
She did.
I know, but you're talking about a predator, too.
Yeah.
There's more like a...
Oh, that's right, because the bigger owls eat the little owls. So put
That's
your
why she's
hands...
going, okay, where is it?
Exactly. Put your hands together for Debbie Halsell, Hang Ten, and Luna. I'll be sure, like I said, to post the Animal House podcast real soon so you can get all of that information. But in the meantime, Animal House is brought to you by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman over at Klausman Law. If you've been in any kind of an accident, motorcycle, car, truck, even a slip and fall, here's just a couple of reasons why you need to call Glenn. One, he's not going to pass you off to a caseworker. Glenn is going to personally handle your case, so much so that he's going to give you his personal cell phone number and then pick it up when you call. Just a couple of reasons why year after year he's voted super lawyer and legal elite, but he is an animal lover and he truly is a friend of the show. So if you've been in any kind of an accident, give him a call at 407-917-1718 or check him out online at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMANlaw.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us easily at 77031. Check is your 4 o'clock keyword. That's CHECK. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back with Scott Maxwell from the Orlando Sentinel right after this.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Is it better? Is it worse? I mean,
the other dude was better.
Really?
Was he? Yeah, because
when he hard Frenches you?
Wait, the way I'm about to say this is going to sound bad.
Go ahead.
It squeezes harder and just he knows where the muscles were better.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic starting to pile up in your typical areas on the major roadways, and expect some rainy conditions in some areas, reduced visibility and slippery roads. There's a couple accidents to watch out for. The off-ramps partially blocked from I-4 eastbound to Princeton Street. There's a crash getting cleared up on Good Homes Road near State Road 408. Ongoing construction continues on Apopka Vineland Road near Hotel Plaza Boulevard. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. So start feeling like it today. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Oh boy, when it comes time to making that upgrade in your home, as far as the floors are concerned, no other place to go than Core Flooring Center in Winter Park. It's our buddy Corey. But let's say you do go somewhere else and you start shopping around, you start getting prices. That's great too. Bring a quote to Corey. He's going to beat it. And not only will he beat it, you mentioned Jack from Real Radio sent you, you're going to get another $50 off. Corey is great, but more than that, what he does is great. We are talking about a made in the USA waterproof laminate, vinyl planks, wood flooring, even carpeting with a lifetime installation warranty, plus his price guarantee. And if that wasn't enough, Core Flooring also donates to Save a Life Pet Rescue, which is a no-kill shelter. Go see our buddy Corey at coreflooringfl.com. He's on 436 in Winter Park. But again, the website is coreflooringfl.com.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included. Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Are you 62 or older and wondering if a reverse mortgage can help you access the equity in your home? It's so easy to get a free reverse mortgage quote with that mortgage guy, Don. Just fill out the online questionnaire at thatmortgageguyDon.com, or you can make an office appointment to meet in person at 1401 Town Plaza Court, Winter Springs, Florida. Happy Home Mortgage, NMLS ID 2418348.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Don't just stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Hard Rock Bet. Bet it, parlay it, boost it. However you want to do it. From wherever you are to the moon. Bet anytime a line, prop, or parlay catches your eye. And withdraw cash when you want it. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hello, I need a new electrical outlet.
We are learning about pickleball today.
Okay.
Isn't that a funny name?
What about my electrical?
Pickleball.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, it's like miniature tennis.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work in your home, you need a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The
free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like iHeart Comedy. Clips from today's top comedians.
I didn't learn about countries in school. I learned about Tennessee. I learned about the states that touched us in case they attacked.
And the greatest of all time.
So don't even tell me how to get to Sesame Street. Who would want to live in a neighborhood like that? 6-foot pigeons walking around?
Try something different. iHeart Comedy.
Women are gatherers. We like to gather information about you, and then we hunt you.
Open the app and make iHeart Comedy a preset now.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
I said a hip. The hip to the hip hop. You don't stop the rocker to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat.
All right, check is your 4 o'clock keyword, CHECK. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Join us for Taste coming up this Saturday, July 12th. 75 of Central Florida's top chefs, restaurants, and bev experts will be on board for an unforgettable evening of sick bites, craft cocktails, and live entertainment, all for a powerful cause, which is fighting hunger in this community. TasteCFL.org. That's TasteCFL.org. Modern, or The Modern, came by today to bring some of their sample food, skewers of chicken and beef. I was talking to C-Lane about it. Absolutely delicious. Just a sample of what you're going to get. Not to mention, if you look at the YouTube channel, Jack is holding up the old-fashioned kit they gave us that, along with the glass and a pre-mixed old-fashioned, also has the ability to smoke the glass.
Now, why are you showing that when Scott didn't get one?
Because I'm drinking it right now, and it's absolutely delicious, by the way.
Okay. It didn't come from mine, did it?
This is just some of the stuff. This is one of 75 of these upper-level restaurants you get access to. Simply amazing. It's TasteCFL.org. That's TasteCFL.org. Grab your tickets, and we'll see you Saturday night. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Oh, yeah.
Every single Wednesday around 4:20 or so. Our good buddy joins us from the Orlando Sentinel. You can read his columns Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You guys have given up good and loud for the Truth Dragon, Mr. Scott Maxwell.
Yay, sweet heat.
I want you to hear this before you even say a syllable.
Oh.
You hear that, Scott? That's drinking on the job, buddy.
That's
drinking on the job.
Extra pep in your step. There is no doubt about it. Normally, by the time I come on, y'all are about to doze off.
Right, yeah.
It's 4:20 nap time. This time, Jim, Jack is acting giddy. Jim, you look like somebody poured minnows down your drawers. You're just so happy.
This is the happiest I've ever been at work. I am drinking this as I'm talking to you. This is the greatest day ever. I feel more free than ever.
Jack was describing it to me, and I asked if they sent over an orgasm in a box, because that's how he was acting.
Your gift kit, you have a blowtorch, you have a scented wick, which you light, and then you stuff, and then you just put the glass over it, and it pre-smokes the inside of your glass. And this cocktail is unbelievable. It's like a very kind of different cocktail, a different old-fashioned that I've had before, a little berry in there. It's great, man.
Yeah, it's Legend Bourbon, Amaro, toasted rice tea syrup, orange bitters, Japanese pickled plum vinegar.
So good, man. So
if you need
freaking
to
good.
save one of those boxes, I can take one off your hands.
Yeah, can I tell you? It's radio, buddy. They went quick.
Yeah. The Modern's a little, I think it's I've been there. It's really hip. I think it might be hipper than I am, because the one time I went, they were actually filming an episode of The Real NBA Housewives of Orlando.
Really? That's great.
Yeah, and me and my friends looked not like we belonged at the party.
Right. They thought you were chaperones.
A little old, a little old, but yeah, it was good. It was good food and a good time.
Did they make an announcement that somebody's dad's here to pick them up?
That's right. I pulled my Avalon up front for them.
Your sensible Avalon with the correct tire pressure.
And you know how I know that car? Because I drove that car for a while.
That's great. I signed that one of those for a quick minute. Pretty good. It was a good vehicle.
A boat, man.
Yeah, it was a boat. It's as boaty as a Japanese car could be at that time, for sure. Scott obviously writes for the Orlando Sentinel. You can read his column, like I say, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And he puts them out quite a bit. I saw the Alligator Alcatraz one, but I know that you also wrote something about Carolyn. Is it Amnesty?
Carolina.
Carolina, there
Amnesty.
you go.
Yeah, that's we've talked about her before. She is one who's gotten into legal trouble a number of times. First at the state level for a notary forgery thing that she ended up settling by doing some community service and then taking a course on financial crimes. And right now, the feds are going after her for what they say is pandemic fraud. And we read the whole long case. It looks pretty damn solid. Among other things, they say she requested money to be deposited into an account of a business entity that did not have a bank account before the pandemic.
Oh, man.
So their investigation suggested to them that maybe that business wasn't thriving before the pandemic.
Hey, can I ask you a question that I actually do not even come close to knowing the answer to, that you probably will? Do governors have pardon powers?
Do governors have pardon powers?
I believe they do.
Like in their state.
You're asking a good question, Jim. They definitely do with death row, because they're the only ones who can do that. I don't know for sure. I would have guessed so if they, I don't know.
I would assume only on state charges, though, not if it was a federal charge.
That's
right?
exactly
Absolutely.
what I'm thinking. Yeah, state charges. Obviously, the feds would not appreciate that very much. But if you were charging the state of something like maybe some finance crime or whatever, could theoretically the governor step in and pardon this woman if she were convicted?
If it was a state level charge, however, she was indicted under the state attorney that Ron DeSantis appointed. So I mean, but anyway, so you may remember she after her first run-in with the law, I think she was getting a little nervous. So for her federal charges, she decided to hire a big name attorney.
Yeah.
Guy named Brad Bondi, who has a last name that I think most of your listeners will recognize.
Is that with an I or a Y?
It's with an I, Jim. It's with an I. So she hired the brother of the top prosecutor in charge of prosecuting her to see if he might be able to do something to get her off. Well, the interesting thing about that is it appears that maybe Mr. Bondi costs more money than she was expecting, because there is now a legal defense fund set up that's set up for this. And I spent some time looking at it, and it's just, I think if I know you, Jim, it's the kind of thing that I think will steam your clams, because what it basically intends is that I'm not being prosecuted for anything I've done wrong. I'm being prosecuted because I espouse biblical values.
Right, she's a Christian.
And I'm a conservative, and I love Donald Trump.
Right.
And then the inference is, if you love Donald Trump, and you're a conservative, you should give me money. And there's a line that says, I'm doing this for all conservatives. And in the piece I just wrote, I was sort of making the point, I know a lot of conservatives. I have friends with a lot of conservatives, neighbors with a lot of conservatives. None of them are facing charges of pandemic relief charge.
Right.
I mean, that's not what she's been gone after for. And in fact, if you go all the way back, the first time she had a run-in with the public, it was when the property appraiser told her family they couldn't claim their $1 million house in Windermere was an extension of their Christian university school. Basically, the property appraiser just said, you know what you got to do? Pay taxes.
Yeah, pay taxes like everybody else. Right, yeah. They tried to claim it.
But I think this is something we've talked about before. It's just, it's this victimhood thing, man. Whenever a politician is caught doing something wrong, forget addressing any of the facts, which this site does not do at all. It's just, I'm a victim, and if you share my beliefs,
right,
then you're a victim too, and you should give me money, or else they're going to come after you.
And it works. The reason why they do it over and over and over again is because it works. That's the reason why, Scott. And we get so sick and tired of hearing it, because nobody's a victim. You're not a victim as a Christian in Florida. That's for sure. I don't know if you looked at the chart. It's red. You're going to be fine. You're not a victim. If anything, you are the majority, not the minority. It's so appalling, and it really is almost it's almost heretical. I don't know, man. That's
a good word. Whenever I read this stuff, you first start to think, well, is there anything to this? And I think, well, among other things that I wear many hats. I'm also a church elder, by the way. I'm on my second term. I've taught Sunday school. I can guarantee you that when I was looking at Carolina Amnesty for, let's say, requesting, I can't remember what it was, $1 million for a town down in South Florida, they claimed they didn't ask for the money on the form that she asked for. It was not because she was a Christian.
Right, yeah.
It's not because she believed in God.
Right. But they understand. I have to tell you, the people who use religion as that leverage completely understand the value of people who do hold it sacred in their heart. And they understand and they use that against those people as leverage into their purses, pocketbooks, and into their hearts for votes or money. It happens all the time. And a lot of them simply aren't genuine when it comes to that. They just understand that you are, and they can use that against you as a tool. Right. And it happens all the time, not only in politics, across the board, in business, everywhere. It happens all the time. My family got used like that as hardcore Christians who are very sympathetic to people's needs and wants, because we were also very humbly, we grew up humble. I mean, my grandmother's on Social Security. She was disabled from a very young age. And, they would easily get taken advantage of because they were good people and they were humble and they never assumed that people are out to rip them off.
You're right. And forget Carolina Amnesty for a minute. Just all the people who do this kind of stuff and say, you're just like me.
Right.
I want to say to these folks, you are not like this politician. This politician has made millions of dollars off of all sorts of side hustles. They're trying to make you think that you're being prosecuted. And what I would say to my fellow Christians, when you feel like you're being, somebody's telling you, you need to help me because we're being attacked, and I say this in the most holy way possible, nut up, dude.
Yeah, a bunch of crinos. That's what I call them. The Christians.
Don't let yourself be used in this kind of stuff.
Yeah, the crinos, man. It's Christians in name only. There's so many of them now. It's so ridiculous how they can just walk around and use that as leverage against people who actually, again, do hold it sacred to themselves. They know it. They don't care. I mean, they're soulless animals. We know it. Matter of fact, I mean, did you see the case yesterday? We talked about it. The IRS is not helping out because did you see the new law with the IRS? I say new law. They've decided that as a pastor, you can from your pulpit talk politics and support candidates from the pulpit and still maintain your tax exempt status. And I told these guys that happened to me one time. Grant Malloy, who was the Seminole clerk of court, came to a church, was brought into the church by the pastor to basically stump during a Sunday sermon. I was like, never. That guy will never get my vote. And I never went back to that church. It's terrible.
Yeah, there are. And the sad thing is that I often say the people who are sometimes the loudest Christians are the worst ambassadors and stewards of him, because the people I see in my church pews every Sunday, they're quiet, they're humble. They're working at nonprofits. They're making donations. They're tithing, and they're not waving a red flag about it. And that's one of my beefs with public prayer. These politicians want to make these big shows about saying a prayer before a city council meeting. There's a lot of verses in the Bible that say you don't need to show off with that. And my father and my mother, when they said, they never said, we need to go out and pray in front of everybody else. They said, you do it on your own. The message isn't between you and the rest of the city council or the city manager. It's between you and God. And I think that the people who are fussing to do that are not doing it for very legit reasons.
And Scott, when I, growing up, my grandmother would always tell me it has nothing to do with what you say. Matter of fact, don't say anything. Just let your actions tell your story, and that will be the tell of your witness. In the Christian faith, for people who don't understand, your witness is how you represent yourself out in public as a Christian when you espouse to be one, and that's way more important than what you actually say. And unfortunately, that doesn't really come through. A lot of that doesn't add up.
Yeah, it's a lot of Christians giving Christianity a bad name, particularly when it comes to politics. I think the best ones live out what they do, and they don't have to tell you about it. They sure don't have to ask for money.
They don't. Speaking of money, how'd you do on the cruise?
Oh, we had a great cruise. It was about a break-even one. So that's a great cruise. And also, I was going to mention to you guys, Deb may have already covered this in the previous news break. Did you see there's some breaking news out of the Supreme Court on Florida's immigration law?
I just saw that just broke a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Exactly. I haven't had the details yet.
Yeah, Deb, I don't even have the details. I think it happened as I was coming on this air. But it's kind of interesting because the Supreme Court, which, as you know, is very much a conservative, and Donald Trump's Supreme Court basically ruled that states like Florida and Texas can't make their own immigration laws. And this is the thing that we've talked before. They've said that it's a federal issue that just last month our attorney general got held in contempt of court for. by a judge issued basically the same ruling. He said, well, you basically, screw you. We're going to do it anyway. And she said, well, now I have to hold you in contempt of court.
Yeah. The thing I found interesting about it, the little bit I did read when it popped up a few minutes ago was this. Did you notice anything interesting about it, about the decision?
You may have seen more than I did. Tell me.
No dissent.
Oh,
wow.
Was it unanimous?
No dissent.
A unanimous decision?
Now again,
that doesn't happen. Usually Clarence Thomas and Alito are
right. Almost always.
Maybe they were on vacation.
Yeah, I got to tell you, even more than Alito, almost always when something comes down like this, Clarence Thomas is a guarantee to write some sort of multi-page dissent. Nothing, not a syllable.
Yeah, according to the Orlando Sentinel, the court did not explain its decision and no justice noted a dissent.
I think,
and they could have different reasons for doing it. But the takeaway that I'm going to kind of presume that they're doing is that we become a nation of chaos if 50 different states decide they're going to start enforcing 50 different versions of federal immigration law. And it all plays into what we're seeing like down with Alligator Alcatraz. You're seeing all these different states trying to pop their heads up and kind of show off and say they're the strongest on this issue that really they don't have anything to do with, or they're not supposed to. And I think I shared it with you, Jim. There was a piece on Fox News I saw yesterday from a former border czar for Donald Trump, who was basically like, I love what Donald Trump is doing on immigration. I love what Ron DeSantis is doing, says about immigration. But guys like Ron DeSantis have no business setting up their own immigration detention facilities because that's not their job. And by the way, doing it no bid style, in this rush job in tents and cots and cages.
To the tune of $450 million when the state is looking for insurance relief. That's the thing that kills me the most is like, look, and again, I will tell you, I've not really said anything about this. I don't have any problem with getting people who are in this country illegally out of this country. I have no problem with that whatsoever. You should follow the law while doing it. But in that same sense, $450 million for a detention center down there, and what happens when it's done? I mean, are they telling me there's constantly going to be 6,000 people? The border's shut down. I mean, I just saw a report earlier this week that it's basically 0 people coming across the border. So eventually, I don't know how long it's going to take. I mean, these detention camps won't be needed. You would have spent $450 million, about a year, by the way, to do that while we still suffer with sky-high, nationwide high insurance rates in this state.
And we also just erected it at the beginning of hurricane season in South Florida. A facility that's basically a glorified tent, or at least it looks like it. And basically, if it operates the way they're saying with 3,000, 4,000 people, you got 3,000 or 4,000 people crapping like all the rest of us do, however many times a day, in the middle of the Everglades, which the Florida taxpayers have spent billions of dollars to restore.
And you gotta feed them the cost of doing this, man. It just seems so unbelievable. I was asking myself a question today, and I know we're late on time, but what happens if someone dies down there? Do they? Just because they're here in this country illegally, do they have rights if they wind up dying in that? If they get taken out of their place and they get taken down there and somebody winds up dying, let's say during a hurricane, a storm, whatever the case may be, is there any legal repercussions for that for the state?
I think normally I would say yes, but I believe the president said not too long ago he's not sure he believes in due process, as you may remember. And really, I think that's one of the issue a lot of people who have concerns about immigration have with this is that the due process that's missing in some of this stuff, that these are sweeps that sometimes may involve people who were not doing anything illegal or were not here illegally. And the most recent edict had basically it's taking away status that was granted to people for decades, Hondurans who have been here for 2 decades because we welcomed them. And then we said, you know what, we've decided to revoke your legal status. Now you're an illegal immigrant after you set up a business, been here for 20 years. Anyway, it's a lot, but I think most people are agreeing, and the Supreme Court at 9-0, it should be handled at the federal level. You don't want Alabama, New Hampshire, and Montana all doing their different versions of immigration.
I wouldn't mind being in a Massachusetts detention center. Probably pretty nice.
I haven't been there.
Probably in healthcare.
It just it checks it probably has healthcare. All right, buddy. Always good seeing you guys. Give it up good and loud for Scott Maxwell. There you go.
All right, enjoy your drinks this afternoon, gentlemen.
I will, Scott.
Deb, too, if you want one.
I will, and I know you mean that from the bottom of your black heart. You're the best. All right, there he is, Scott Maxwell. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Florida man is on one. 2 stories that are great next.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey everybody, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Wednesday evening forecast. Seeing those thunderstorms continuing through the rest of the evening with things slowly starting to calm down as we head through the early hours of the overnight. It's going to be muggy and mild through the overnight as well. Temperatures sticking in the mid 70s and off to a mild start as we take a look at your Thursday. Highs going to be maxing out throughout the low 90s as we continue to see those scattered showers and thunderstorms picked up by the sea breezes tomorrow afternoon.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor Garage Door. Squeaks, jerks, and rattles? Your garage door's crying for Everdoor. For just $49, they'll tune up and shut down the noise. Trust Everdoor for smooth service. Book at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. July is the month to celebrate independence and freedom, and you definitely want to do that. When it comes to your health, you want to make sure you're free of any angst that could be happening inside your body. And you can do that with Life Imaging FLA. They actually take the scan and look right inside your chest at your heart to make sure that you have no issues. Here's the cool thing. I had a 0 calcium score. That's the best, right? But if you don't have that, the great thing is now you've caught that early. Now you go to the doctor. You guys build a plan to make sure that you can be around for years. The option B is 1 of 3 people in this country die of heart disease every single day. And some of those times, the very first symptom is you just drop dead. You don't even know. So be proactive instead of being reactive. Don't wait for a sign. Get with Life Imaging FLA and find out in advance. No dyes. You do not take your clothes off. No injections. It only takes a few minutes. So don't wait. Do what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. While you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection does save lives. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say that keyword free heart scan. That's it, pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. You will be connected in seconds. Make that call today and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Pack your summer with awe and awesome at SeaWorld Orlando. Chill with new emperor penguins at an Antarctic encounter. Take a thrilling Arctic adventure on the all-new Expedition Odyssey, now open. Celebrate Baby Shark's 10th anniversary and enjoy live concerts and hundreds of flavors at Band's Brew and Barbecue. Light up your summer with an all-new acrobatics show and ignite the all-new drone and fireworks show. Go from real to unreal at SeaWorld. Save up to 60% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our summer sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Are you tired of blurry vision and the hassle of glasses? The Filatowski Eye Institute has been earning Central Florida's trust for over 35 years with more than 65,000 LASIK procedures performed. And I know firsthand, my son was one of those people. Right now, schedule your free LASIK exam and get $500 off each eye. That's $1,000 in savings if you elect a procedure. This offer's for a limited time. Call 800-EYE-EXAM to get started. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Meekum Auctions returns to Kissimmee July 9th through 12th with 1,500 vehicles up for auction, including muscle cars, classics, Corvettes, trucks, exotics, hot rods, customs, and more. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Meekum experience. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Become a bidder and get ready to bring home your dream car. Registration and tickets are available at Meekum.com. That's Meekum.com.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia, where Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands off MSRP. Make your summer extra hot in a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for just $119 a month, 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, and zero security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 8/15/25.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Man, I'm excited for the summer. Going to the beach, hanging out by the pool, barbecue, having drinks. But all of that is getting a little more expensive. That's where Sam's Club is coming to the rescue with locked-in summer values. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. And that's from paper plates to trash bags, sunscreen, even apple pie. I have my card. It's a total no-brainer to join Sam's Club because locked-in summer values can help you save on all those things you need to have a great summer. Go sign up for that membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
New Year's resolution is to buy a home? Get your free buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What do you do, Colbert crew? You know who? Your favorite tea bag back in Rockledge.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Gotta move more stuff up to the house, but boy, I'll tell you what. Ain't no good holidays, so we're raising a beer to the fact that I drove home safe, and I don't like driving anymore. I hate it. My ass hurts.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? On this hump day? Anyway, little PSA for anybody with a boat full of fishing rods and beer that's planning on trying to go offshore and take advantage of this extremely limited American red snapper 2-day season. Pack your patience. These boat ramps are going to be like Disney parking lots. Be safe. Don't be inept on the water. Go through your last minute checks. Everything on board. Be safe. Aloha.
JCS crew. Dude, I'm in an attic right now. I've been up here for about an hour and 45. Oh, man,
yeah,
dude.
How do you do that?
The battery on my flashlight just went out. Oh,
signal's good, though.
Sucks. Is it 4:30 yet?
No. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim, there's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
That might be my favorite call from Flexi James.
That's stuck in the attic?
And my flashlight just went out.
I would not want to be near an attic right now.
Oh.
Look, man, I just walk out in my garage.
Yeah.
It is. It's pretty humid this year. It's so funny. We always, every Floridian every year always says it's the worst summer. It got pretty bad pretty early this year. I mean, I know July is always one of those significantly hot, but I always remember getting into August, in middle and late August, dog days, kind of thing, that being so brutal. But the humidity, because of how much rain we're having, is so brutal. Woke up the other morning, went outside, and it was one of those super hot mornings already, where the ground had been just steaming the day before, and it sprinkled, and it was just like this mountain mist
it was
hovering over my yard because it was all heat.
Yeah, exactly. Heat and humidity.
Heat and humidity. All right, Florida man knows how to do it, right?
Generally.
Nobody does it like Florida man.
That's true.
All right, so got a couple stories. And by the way, I wrote a little note to myself today. I'm starting to kind of realize, when cities or counties are on the come up, you know what one of the really good signs is?
more news stories from them?
Crime.
Yeah.
Like when crime happens. Like when you see places like Lake County, Marion County, man, those places would never make the news cycle back in the day.
Right.
You would never ever hear about Lake or Marion County unless it was something horse related or some bad crime happened. But man, it seems like every other day now there's one of these crazy ass stories coming out of Lake or Marion County. And let's just go to Marion County. An unusual confrontation between a Marion County deputy and a man walking down the street at 4 o'clock in the morning resulted in aggression and a little bit of jail time.
Oh, okay.
The deputy responded to a man walking down Highway 19 shortly after 4 a.m. on a Tuesday, which happens all the time, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he said that Jacob Caldwell, 44 years old, fired a flare gun at him and then took his pants off and started throwing money at him.
Reverse strip club.
Shot a flare gun at a cop. Whoa. Then yanked off his drawers and for some reason started throwing money at him.
Careful, officer. I'm going to make it rain.
Florida man number 1. Florida man number 2, a little bit more scary. And I'll tell you why. Because this could happen and you could be a part of it.
Oh.
You know this one?
I may. Is this a South Florida one?
Key West police.
There we go.
Say a man.
You don't get more South Florida than that.
You really don't.
Hey, buddy, when you see this guy's picture, if you were to just walk in a room and somebody held this guy's photograph up, the first thing you would yell out is Key West, right? The man told officers today is his birthday after being told he was under arrest. You know what for? He stole a conch train tour.
The tour?
The tour.
Hey.
Oh.
Like, if you've ever been on that little red train up and down, imagine some drunk maniac hopping on that and hauling ass. By the way, it had people on it.
I was going to say he continued the tour, Jimmy. It wasn't like he stopped giving tour guide stuff.
My birthday, y'all.
Exactly.
It's July 4th. It says he was facing 3 criminal charges after being accused of taking one of the most famous vehicles on a meth-fueled joyride.
It's his birthday.
He was born on the 4th of July.
Just before 11:30 a.m., after receiving a report that a conch train had been stolen. It was being GPS tracked around town.
You know, the police department that isn't surprised to hear that, Key West Police.
We got him at Sloppy Joe's. He's at Sloppy Joe's. Nope. Southernmost point.
It says an arrest report says that at Big Torch Key, he left his Kia behind the Home Depot.
Oh, his Kia.
Still running with rock music playing on the radio and decided he wanted to hijack the conch train and then did it.
You won't. I will. You won't. Watch me.
He even picked up 2 passengers.
Like I said, Jimmy.
He stopped and picked them up.
It's very magnanimous. It was his birthday. He was thinking of others.
I like this guy.
When they found him, at the southernmost point buoy out there.
There, you were right, Jack. You were right.
Said he had rapid speech and appeared very excited. You know, like meth do.
Did you guys see me? I mean, it all the way here.
Did you see me? Did you see me?
Can't get more south than this.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad.
Let's go to Cuba.
They found a pipe in his pocket and he goes, "It's a weed pipe." It was not a weed pipe.
I bet not.
That's what it like the memes. It goes, but it wasn't a mead pipe. It was a meth pipe. Yeah, so he's going to jail for a minute. A $60,000 bond.
Oh man,
that's
come
an
on.
expensive birthday.
$60,000. I got bad news for you, buddy. Get comfy.
Oh,
You're going to be in Keys for a minute. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. AMC is on it, Jack.
Oh.
I know how much you love a good deal.
More commercials.
No, that's next.
Oh, boy.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash getting cleared up, blocking all lanes on the beach line eastbound. Before Challenger Memorial Parkway, the off-ramp's partially blocked from I-4 eastbound to Princeton Street. There's an accident reported on World Drive southbound before I-4 there. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. Expect some rainy conditions out there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. The FIFA Club World Cup Championship is this Sunday, July 13th at MetLife Stadium. One thing's clear. You won't want to miss this epic matchup. Get your tickets now at FIFA.com/tickets. FIFA Club World Cup. The world is watching.
Did you know that mortgage guy, Don, also does commercial and SBA, Small Business Administration loans too? And if you have an existing SBA loan, let's say with a rate of 9% or more, then today is your lucky day. That mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Want to buy a business or franchise? Don't worry, that mortgage guy, Don, has your back and has over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. And you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
You're invited to the culinary event of the summer. Taste Central Florida returns to the Orlando World Center Marriott Saturday, July 12th. Join Jim from The Jim Colbert Show and over 75 of Central Florida's top chefs, restaurants, and beverage experts for an unforgettable evening of signature bites, craft cocktails, and live entertainment. All for the powerful cause of fighting hunger in our community. 100% of proceeds benefit local charities, helping provide meals and resources to local children and families facing food insecurity. Don't miss your chance to taste the impact Saturday, July 12th. Tickets are on sale now at tastecfl.org. That's tastecfl.org. Get yours before they're gone.
Introducing a completely reimagined Dick's and an all-new Golf Galaxy Performance Center. Two sports destinations unlike any other, with an expanded assortment of the latest styles, the best gear to improve your game, and interactive experiences. Perfect your swing in our TrackMan golf simulators. Plus, discover expert services. Welcome to your new Dick's and Golf Galaxy Performance Center. Now open at Plaza Colina.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Protect your home with Eustace Roofing, where quality meets reliability. Prepare for summer storms and save 10% on new roof installs until July 31st. Visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free estimate. Secure your roof today.
Don't miss TK Law. Trendley Kramer Law calls every Monday at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show. Ray Trendley and the Colbert crew will be discussing all things law and not law on a variety of topics, from the latest legal news to the best new movies.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
In America, we're free to ride wherever the road takes us. That's why we remember those who fought to make this the greatest place on earth. Make your American journey on a new bike from Space Coast Harley-Davidson during the Freedom Riders event. Ride on us for the rest of the year with no money down and no payments until 2026. Discover more at spacecoastharley.com. Ride free from sea to shining sea. Space Coast Harley-Davidson. Let's ride.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reesewindows.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. M-O-N-E-Y, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hello, Simply Jeremy here, saying hello from Malden, South Carolina.
Nice.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know about this band that I found. Great band, awesome. I believe they got a show coming up soon. It's called Oasis. Yeah, if you guys haven't heard it, you should definitely check them out.
I knew it!
What up, guys? Sport from Duval. Jimmy Wetleg is badass, man. We heard of them a couple years ago. They're pretty dope. There's another new band we just found. You might want to look them up. I'm not sure how to pronounce their name. I think it's Metallica, but they have a song, Inner Sandman. It is badass. You should look it up, Pops. Later.
Metallica.
Tried to save you from yourself.
Yeah, you did. You guys, you did. I thank you for that.
Do you, though?
I do. I'm those things. Your 5 o'clock keyword is money, M-O-N-E-Y. Go to realradio.fm to send that away and win $1,000. And, man, we are dry. We need a winner. Across the board, we need a winner.
Yeah, not a single show has had a winner like in the last week.
Yeah.
We haven't. Our sister stations have. The sports station did yesterday. The news station across the hall here just had their second winner. And I congratulated them. I mean, ever.
Oh, wow.
I congratulated them. Between their two and ours, we've had 352 winners over the past 10 years.
Very nice. $352,000 dished out to our fine listeners at Real Radio.
They've had 2. We've had 350.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Sure he is.
And money is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win. Jack, we talked about this last week. Are you an AMC or are you a
Regal?
A Regal fan. I can't remember.
Coin flip.
It's a soda thing for you, right?
Huh?
Was it a soda thing for you? You like one of them because one of them serves Coke or Pepsi?
No, it is not that. It was... When I was doing the movie pass, it was interchangeable on that. What I really like is the Winter Park, which is Regal, just because of the seats.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
Either way, I think the Altamont AMC is the one I'm closest to. I live in between that and the Oviedo Mall, which is Regal.
Yeah. And it wouldn't actually take you long to get to Winter Park either. I mean, I think that's a Regal as well, is it not?
Yeah, 15, 20, yeah.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, I mean, obviously, I think that is it safe to say that the box office? I mean, maybe not back, but it's pretty safe to say that the box office has been pretty healthy the last couple of years. I mean, those last couple of weekends have been amazing. I mean, we've had movies making well over 100, 200, $300 million.
Records have been set.
Yeah, man. I mean, so I think people have comfortably started going back to the movies and incorporating that into their kind of daily and weekend kind of plans now, whereas before it wasn't really like that.
That's taken a year since COVID.
Yeah, so starting Tuesday, which would have been yesterday, of course, AMC Theaters is offering a special discount to moviegoers if you like doing that. There are a number of flicks out right now I'm sure a lot of people would like to watch. It's the world's largest movie theater chain. By the way, I didn't know that. Right now, you can catch the latest flick on the big screen for 50% off the normal adult evening ticket price. So here's how it is. They're going to offer 50% off tickets. Stubbs members can receive that discount on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and it started yesterday, July 8th. They already offered a ticket deal on Tuesdays for Stubb members, and that's ongoing. And that was that $5 thing, I believe. It was like $5 movies. My daughters would go up there and see $5 movies.
On Tuesdays?
On Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
That was their kind of thing they would do on Tuesday nights. But this allows you to do it Tuesdays and Wednesdays if you're a Stubbs member.
Are you a Stubbs member?
I think so. I don't know.
You're one of those guys that has all those apps, right? You just download it immediately?
I have it. Yeah, I don't know what level I am. I got something on my phone.
I had to download WhatsApp today for the very first time.
Really?
I am.
Who's out of the country?
No, nobody. So
I was about to say, yeah, they are. You're just not admitting it.
At Taste Central Florida this weekend, the person who is the stage manager told me to download WhatsApp because there are so many people in that building and in that room at one time. If they need to contact either myself or Jana for an announcement or something like that, they can't use texting because sometimes the Wi-Fi is consumed, so text won't go through. So they use WhatsApp to communicate. So they built a thing with WhatsApp with myself, Jana, and the stage manager, and this is the first time I've ever had WhatsApp.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I've already gotten arrested 3 times.
Oh, boy.
It's encrypted, right?
They say it is.
Even photographs? Okay, please.
What are you sending these people?
I'm joking.
What do you have to do on stage?
Now, it doesn't say for AMC how long this is going to last. I mean, they're just going to let it rip. It is an overwhelmingly positive guest response, as you might imagine.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to see. What's an average movie ticket these days? Is it $17?
A little less, I would say. But I think they're looking for the good press to counter with the fact that they just are adding commercial time right before the start of the movie. So,
a minute and a half or 2 minutes of it,
it's
right?
the other way to counteract a bad press.
Yeah, so it's 25 to 30 minutes now, previews and commercials before your movie starts. But you look at the movie time, if it's a 6 o'clock movie, 6:25 to 6:30, the movie starts. So if it's a 90-minute movie, you're trying to plan out babysitting or where you're going after, you have to factor in that extra 30 minutes of pre-show, we'll call it, before your movie.
And by the way, it says here that the company added that charges for premium large format experiences, Dolby Cinema or IMAX, as well as online ticketing fees will still apply. But the base ticket price will be 50%. So if your ticket price is $15 for the regular movie theater, you get that for $7.50. But if you want to go to the big one and it's an extra $5, you still have to pay the $5. You don't get 50% off that.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going that far, people.
No, they're not doing
get ridiculous.
But it says that it has been very, very, very popular, and they expect a lot of people to slide over to AMC and grab that app and become a Stubbs member.
I'm a Stubbs insider.
Yeah, Stubbs.
I have 120 points.
Damn, dude, that may be worth something.
Hey, it's
might
worth
have
nothing.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I need 5,000 for a $5 reward.
Okay.
So,
how many points do you get for what?
So I have 12 cents in points, basically.
With all the movies he goes to.
How do you get a point though? Explain that to me. What's the ratio there? I mean, if you don't buy, it's not a point per movie ticket. My God Almighty, you'd have to go to a movie every day until you're 90.
Yeah, I don't know
for $5.
And the reason I wasn't sure if I was a Subs member because I downloaded this years ago, and when I was using MoviePass, I wouldn't be using Stubbs. It was the MoviePass app,
right?
And that kind of paid for it all. But so now that I'm just out in the wild, and
lady just texted and says, "I work at AMC in Altamont. People are out taking advantage of this already."
Oh, good.
So I mean, there are a lot of big movies out right now. The F1 movie is out right now.
Jurassic Park
just came out and started crushing. So
yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of really big flicks that actually have done very well that are out, so people can go see those half price. Just got to get that AMC app, and then become a Stubbs insider.
Yeah, I've been a member for 7 years plus.
Parents are going. What was that? You said 50% off movie tickets?
Yeah. 50% off a 2.5-hour babysitter?
Right, exactly. Okay.
With a bar across the street? Are you what? How did you guys feel when they put bars in theaters? Did you feel, I mean...
A little weird.
I loved it.
Did you really?
Well, at the time, it was in my 20s where there was the Draft House. And it's like, wait, you could...
Cinema Draft House?
Yeah, you could go to a movie and get beer or, whatever, food and stuff. And it was just a different experience. As a younger man, single man, it was, you go with your buddies, you go drink and see a movie.
I would agree in that setting for like that or the Enzion where you're sitting at a table, you get a nice comfortable chair, you got a place to put yourself. I do think it's a really odd, and I've had a beer in a theater before. It doesn't hit the same for some reason. It does not hit the same sitting in
the soda, popcorn, and candy place.
It is. I didn't even feel, it felt weird having a beer in the theater. It wouldn't feel weird drinking a beer and watching a movie at home.
Right, which is why does it feel, I guess because we've always associated with a place where it was just soda, candy, and popcorn.
And I don't care what happens. I could go to an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet 5 seconds before I go to a movie. I'm getting a bucket of popcorn and I'm getting a soda. I don't give a damn.
I refuse.
Oh, my God. I got to have it.
So the price it's so stupid.
Well, that's how they pay for everything.
Is there a worse value on the planet than movie theater popcorn and soda?
Not about the value.
So I believe that is one of the biggest margin markups in business in America, right?
You said that in mattresses.
Yeah, mattresses is the number one. Like when you buy your $2,000 mattress, it costs them like $300 to make it or something.
I'm going to boycott sleeping.
And popcorn.
Yeah, but the popcorn, I think they broke it down. A large soda and a medium buttered popcorn in the theater cost the theater like $1.
Mm-hmm.
And you're what do you pay, like $18, $20 for that?
I can't. No, I don't. Because I see that and I'm just shocked. I just stand there at the counter looking up in disbelief.
But you're not a sneaker, right? You don't do that.
Yeah, he does.
That's not right.
I'm sorry, what?
You hit me as a sneaker.
He is a sneaker.
Wait,
he will go to Dollar General.
I wear sneakers. Yes, you're right.
He will go to a Dollar General.
And load up his fanny pack?
And load up his fanny pack with those dollar candies and just bring him into the theater with him. Maybe buy a soda or just sneak a bottle of water in his pants.
That's dirty. You shouldn't do that. That's dirty.
Out. No, that's a little too cheap. I will go to Walgreens.
Oh, okay. Gets the fancy stuff.
Where they have the box candy like you get in the movie theater.
Oh, so it looks like you didn't do this. You are so...
Where you can get
the worst.
three of those for $5.
You are the worst,
Wait. I want to hear this. Three for $5?
Yeah. The only problem is, you got to... fold up the boxes. You got to have the right pockets, right? So as a guy, women have purses, but guys, you kind of have to work it. It depends on what you're wearing.
Yeah, I don't want any malted milk balls that came out of your drawers.
Yeah. Right.
I sat next to a family one time, and I heard the mom distributing the food out to the kids, and it was like KFC.
Yeah, no, I've been in places like that.
And they do this. They do the whole sneeze. I'm going to open up this soda thing. Like, at you, and it's... You can hear it outside. I mean, they're not masking anything. I actually said to one lady, I'm like, everybody knows what you're doing.
Right, exactly.
My best Jersey move, and this happened here in Florida.
Talk to me.
This is Jack saying this is his best Jersey move.
Well, and he called it a Jersey move.
My little nephew was singing with the Met Orchestra, and they were streaming it through movie theaters throughout the country.
Uh-oh.
My mom wanted to see it, so I took her so she could see her grandson.
Very sweet.
On the big screen.
That's very sweet of you,
in an
Jack.
opera. And my mom, towards the end, she was in a wheelchair to move her around. And just she was getting up there, lower 90s, and also she had oxygen, just to aid in the breathing, right? Which is a big tank that goes in a tube on the wheelchair. So
I'm pre-disgusted. Deb, you're too perceptive. Deb has already figured this entire story out. Now she's looking at me because she can't look at you.
You know what you can fit in that tube that holds the oxygen tank?
You are.
Holy hell, that's like ganking your baby.
Yeah, you are. That's like putting meth in the diaper.
Let me just say, we were the only ones watching this opera with Subway subs and sodas.
I want to be mad.
I was going to go with the 3 boxes of candy. I didn't know they snuck in Subway subs and soda.
I want to be mad, but I really respect the game so much.
Just think of an oxygen tank. So that tube that holds it, you put subs in there, put 2 sodas carefully. and
Don't touch that, sir. It's my mother's oxygen.
Then I just say, Mom, hold your tank.
Show title.
That is a show title.
Show title. Mom, hold your tank.
Comma, hold your tank. BMT, quick!
Real radio is the news junkie.
I feel like old man yelling at clouds when I see it, and I go, "That's not fun." Yelling at
An
clouds.
old man yelling at crowds is what they call a Biden rally
Yeah.
in some states.
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
There's a crash getting cleared up, blocking all lanes on the beach line eastbound. Before Challenger Memorial Parkway, the off-ramp's partially blocked from I-4 eastbound to Princeton Street. There's an accident reported on World Drive southbound before I-4 there. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. Expect some rainy conditions out there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Summer's in full swing here in Florida, complete with lots of sunshine, heat, and humidity, which are perfect ingredients for the beach, but really tough on your old windows and doors. No problem, though. Replace them with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. One reason is longevity. Unlike traditional vinyl, Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors use Fibrex, which doesn't warp, crack, or degrade over time, meaning your windows and doors are going to last a lot longer. As Stephanie says, the appointment from beginning to end was amazing. Very friendly and knowledgeable, would recommend them to anyone. Renewal by Andersen has a great deal to help you get started. Buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th free. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Stuck in a car you hate? We'll set you free, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offers subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday? No! Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
At Rental World, we've proudly served Osceola County since 1971 with top quality equipment, competitive prices, and unbeatable service. From mini excavators and stump grinders to pressure washers and dump trailers, we've got what you need to get the job done right. Need it after work? Ask about our half-day and weekend specials. As a Steel Elite dealer, we carry everything from chainsaws to trimmers, plus concrete tools, mixers, and more. Visit RentalWorldFL.com or stop by today. Rental World, making your job easier for over 50 years.
Show off your new smile with Solid Bite. The dentists at Solid Bite use the latest techniques and technology to give you the smile you've always dreamed of. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now for an exclusive radio offer at 321-259-8000. Solid Bite, life-changing dentistry.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hey there, my sink is leaking water. I need help right now.
We're having a company-wide staring contest. Do you want to play?
But what about my sink?
Okay, me versus you.
No.
Ready, go.
No, I'm not playing. And you know what? I should have called Frank gay.
Oh, I almost blinked.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When it comes to plumbing problems, you want a helpful operator to guide you and an honest and reliable plumber to provide customized solutions for your home.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
As a law enforcement officer, safe roads are one of my top priorities, ensuring everyone can get home safely each day. Some never will, due to aggressive driving, being distracted, or speeding on the roads. And too often, that results in the toughest part of my job and the longest walk in my life. I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
9 people will be killed on our Florida roadways today. Don't let it be you or a person you love. Buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Man, I'm excited for the summer. Going to the beach, hanging out by the pool, barbecue, having drinks. But all of that is getting a little more expensive. That's where Sam's Club is coming to the rescue with locked-in summer values. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. And that's from paper plates to trash bags, sunscreen, even apple pie. I have my card. It's a total no-brainer to join Sam's Club because locked-in summer values can help you save on all those things you need to have a great summer. Go sign up for that membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like iHeart Comedy. Clips from today's top comedians.
I didn't learn about countries in school. I learned about Tennessee. I learned about the states that touched us in case they attacked.
And the greatest of all time.
So don't even tell me how to get to Sesame Street. Who would want to live in a neighborhood like that? 6-foot pigeons walking around?
Try something different. iHeart Comedy.
Women are gatherers. We like to gather information about you, and then we hunt you.
Open the app and make iHeart Comedy a preset now.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reesewindows.com.
This is the Jim Colbert Show on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube, and right here on Real Radio 104.1. Still to come, we find out what's in the good sauce with Ross Padgett. Today at 6 on the Jim Colbert Show.
So, Jimmy, I'm probably in the minority when it comes to this, but when it comes to ball games or movie theaters, don't want any concessions, don't want anything like that. I just want to watch the movie or watch the game. I mean, I get it, extra food, beverages, stuff like that. I guess it kind of enhances, but I'm there for the entertainment. I'm there for the cheap ballpark food. I'm there for just to watch the movie. I don't need all the other stuff.
Good afternoon, the Jim Colbert Show, Prince of the Islands. Jimmy, while I was watching YouTube, I come across a very conservative band, and I think that the Republicans do love them, and they really talk about the Second Amendment right. And I think the name of the band is Guns and Something Roses, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Really nice band. Love it. Period, Jimmy.
Guys, it is Party Mom from Tucson. It is a current temperature of 113.
Oh.
113. Also good for the tarantulas. I met one for my first time the other day. It is tarantula mating season out here. Scared the crap out of me. He was just chilling when I was walking into work. I did not like that. But, oh well. Smoke weed every day.
You need to with tarantulas.
God almighty.
Tarantula mating season. At least that's one thing you don't have to hear about here in Florida.
Correct. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Money is your 5 o'clock keyword. That's MONEY. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Hope to see you guys this Saturday night at Taste Central Florida. Returns to the Orlando World Marriott Center. That's this Saturday, July 12th. I'll be there with 75 of Central Florida's top chefs, restaurants, and beverage experts for an unforgettable evening of signature bites, craft cocktails, and live entertainment, all for a great cause. Of course, we're benefiting Second Harvest Food Bank and Coalition for the Homeless. 100% of the event proceeds go to local charities, helping provide meals and resources, local children and families. The Modern came by today with some beautiful skewers of deliciously marinated beef and chicken over some fried rice. It was absolutely wonderful, and they brought us
an old-fashioned kit.
A smoked old-fashioned kit.
Yeah, smoked old-fashioned kit, man. It's crazy.
Including the butane lighter to do the smoking part.
75 of the best restaurants in Central Florida. This would be a great opportunity for you to have a little taste from each of those. Get your tickets now at tastecfl.org. That's tastecfl.org. Hope to see you this Saturday night for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
He is. And by the way, if you want any more on the Modern, it's themodernbar.com, and Modern is modern with an E on the end.
Yeah. And it's downtown Orlando, right off of Highway 50, down in that Mills 50 area, not far from there at all.
1930s feel to it, though. It's very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Very hip. Like Scott said, it's very, very hip. You gotta look nice when you go in there. You can't go in there with your jean shorts.
Oh, man.
I mean, you can.
Who farted t-shirt? Is that off limits?
Who farted?
Oh, man.
So I saw this interesting thing today on Yahoo that I always have a good time with these. And as I was reading them, some of them are kind of lame, like we know them, but a lot of these I did not know. And this is people that are sharing normal things in other countries that Americans could not comprehend. These are like norms in other countries, but if we were to go over there and see this would kind of blow us away because it definitely would not be a norm here.
So let's start in Southeast Asia and most anything and everything you can buy in a fresh food market.
Yeah.
Because if you see some of those creatures, like, I didn't even know that thing existed, much less how you're supposed to eat it.
Yeah. Well, a couple of them,
like bugs.
A couple of them are kind of weird / cool. I guess in Bulgaria, when people die, like friends or family, they make little posters. Imagine the size of maybe a little bit bigger than a playing card.
All right.
And it's got the photograph, who they were, what they liked, and what they do is they go around town and they put these little posters up in areas where the people used to frequent.
Oh, how cool.
So if you went to a certain bar or if you were a regular at a certain restaurant or something like that, the family will take these little posters and they will go pin them up on the wall so that when you walk by or you go there, you see that the legacy of that bar or restaurant included this person who's just passed.
Oh, that's cool.
I think that's thoughtful.
That is very thoughtful.
It's very, very cool. And they do that in Bulgaria, and apparently they do it in Italy as well.
I love that.
I've never known that. So in Finland, there's one that's really shocking. There's
you mean where I'm moving?
No. Oh, yeah.
100,000 lakes.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's the thing they do there that's kind of unique and would obviously be an HR nightmare here, but completely normal there. An exchange student checked in from the U.S. to give us this story. What do you think it is?
Well, you said it'd be an HR nightmare. Hug and kiss on the mouth when they greet you.
That's a really good guess.
Nice.
Jack is moving there, too.
Yeah. No, they go right up under the shirt. No?
They sauna naked together.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. That's big in Sweden.
Yeah, but imagine this, though. They're saying, the student says, imagine walking to a sauna and you see your boss in there.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's naked.
And everybody's naked.
It's a big part of the culture up there.
Everybody's naked, dude. You're sitting there in the sauna with like your boss and your top salesperson, and everybody's butt-ass naked.
It's
a sauna.
Yeah,
what do you expect?
We're the Puritan country, right?
Yeah.
We're the country where nudity is evil and bad and whatever. They're like, hey, nice nads.
Have you ever been in a sauna?
I've been in one, not naked with anybody. But by the way, that happens in America with dudes. Of course, it's not co-ed, but when you go into a sauna in a gym in America, you can expect to see an old man's balls. Because, I mean, that's what happens. Those old dudes love going in there butt naked.
I just had to go to Cypress Cove for that.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. One of the other ones I found kind of interesting comes out of Paris. And, of course, I've never been there.
Oh, you got to go.
And they pay for bathrooms there. Like public bathrooms, you have to pay for it. So they say when you go over there, you need to bring a bunch of like change in euros to be able to pay to go to the bathroom.
Well, that's keeps it safe and it keeps it cleaner.
Here in America, we don't have that per se. But you do have that whole kind of understood rule that if you walk into somewhere and you use a restroom, it's kind of customary that you buy something,
a
tchotchke or something like that.
Or they're not going to give you the license plate that has the key.
Exactly. Well, some of them, like when you go to tourist areas like Mount Dora, St. Augustine, there's a lot of people around. There are public restrooms, and all of these little shops and stuff, they do have restrooms. You have to by law, but
they don't have to let you use them. So the restaurants is a different situation.
Right, yeah, that's completely different. Walking around barefoot. Now, I don't know. There's certain parts of this country that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
I would say in the South, it's pretty normal to be barefoot.
Up north, rural areas,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, when you're out playing on the farm.
But in New Zealand, apparently, it's all the time. You can go to court barefoot.
Wow. I would imagine, though, with their native cultures.
Yeah. And then one out of Ontario and Quebec in Canada, and I've never heard this either, and I have to tell you, it's kind of weird. This is a total cultural thing, and it has to do with milk. What would be the difference? What would make it different that you would make it so weird for Americans with the milk? And by the way, it's nothing to do with the milk itself.
Pasteurized. Oh.
I was going to say it's not refrigerated.
No. It's in bags.
Oh, I've drank milk like that before.
The milk comes in pouches. So when you buy a gallon of milk, it's not like a handle.
Yeah.
It's like a bag of rice, but it's milk.
Makes it a lot easier to warm up at night.
Yeah. Is it really?
Yeah. That's how we used to drink it
It
in
says
Colombia.
bagged milk is pretty common in Central Europe and up in Canada as well. It said they compared to 20 years ago, it's almost across the board how it is in those places.
The weirdest thing to me, you guys, wasn't going out to the milkman when he came and all the women came out to get the milk in the pouches. The weirdest thing for me being an American was going out there in my nightgown and robe.
Really?
Because think about it. When was the last time you would walk out of your house in your bedclothes? Now, I'm not talking about shorts and a T-shirt because that could just look like lounging wear. I'm talking about walking out of the house in your pajamas in broad daylight and being seen like interacting with other neighbors. When was the last time you saw something like that?
You'd never see that.
I was a child when that happened, but that was the milk in the pouch I could handle.
That's cool.
It was being out on the street in my nightgown that made me feel weird.
So in Ireland, they have something that's kind of unique too, and this is really, really interesting.
In Ireland?
In Ireland, this is very interesting. It has to do with, well, you'll never guess it. I won't make it a question.
Burning peat moss?
It says in Ireland, if you get sick while on vacation, so let's say, we go on a cruise, right? Day 2, I get sick and I can confirm that I was in my cabin for the majority of the cruise. The company that I work for gives those days back to me.
Well, hot.
So in Ireland, if you get sick on your vacation, the company that you work for has to bonus you those days back. Even though you weren't at work, you got sick and that took away from you, so they have to give them back to you.
Quick, Jack, get HR on the line.
Yeah, do they also reimburse you for what you paid?
I don't know. It says because it says vacation days are supposed to re-energize you and you should enjoy them, but you can't do that while it's sick. And the system is based on trust. They don't even call your doctor.
Wow.
They don't even verify. They just say that you can claim it happened and get it back.
That is cool.
It says the pharmacies only sell medicines in Germany. No snacks, no makeup or random stuff, just simply medicine.
They got to be small.
Like nothing else. Because, pharmacies here were like sundries from the very beginning, were they not? Well, we had apothecaries.
Well, yeah, exactly. And what was interesting was the whole soda shop came about because I think it was Walgreens, but the soda shop came about to help kill the bitter taste of the medicine. So they put the soda shop next to the pharmacy so that a little bit of medicine or whatever makes little bit of sugar makes the medicine go down. So you'd have a soda to kind of wash that crap down.
Yeah. And my wife kind of adheres to the one in Japan, which is pretty easy.
Japan.
Yeah, just doing a cultural norm. You take your shoes off. Before you go inside. That's a pretty norm. My wife does that here. If you go to our house, there's like 4 pair of shoes sitting in front of our front door.
Really?
Yeah, because we take them off before we go inside.
Because your shoes are nasty.
As much as we can. Like sometimes I won't, but the first thing I do when I walk in my house is I go back to my bedroom and take my shoes off.
Shoes, bra.
Yeah. Well, I don't do that, man.
Oh, I do.
Do you have house clothes, Jack?
Yes.
You have a pair of like comfortable shorts and a T-shirt you love, and you wear that all week and then wash it?
I have a few, but when I get home, first thing I'll do is the jeans come off and like basketball shorts go on.
There you go. Talk to me, Jack.
Yeah. Yeah. But then, because I'm economical, I'll not only wear the shirt I'm wearing now for the rest of the night.
It depends on the shirt for me.
Most times, yeah. But most times I get away with this. I leave it when I go to bed. I leave it by the side of the bed, and then in the morning I put it back on. And then if I exercise, I'm exercising in the shirt I wore the night before.
My God, you would make a booger fall out of the nose of Abraham Lincoln on a penny.
Yes, yeah. So if I have an early work meeting, chances are in that Zoom I'm wearing the thing you saw me wear at work the day before.
Oh my God, Jack!
Letting that secret out.
There you go.
How about you? Do you have house clothes?
Yeah, so I do that. I have what I call work clothes, which are clothes that have either paint stains on them or stuff like that I can't wear out anymore. But I also have some very, very soft T-shirts that got ruined. So I have a pair of really loose-fitting shorts and a really comfortable cotton T-shirt. When I come home, I change out of this. I mean, it's not like I'm in a tux.
No, but at the same
into
time,
something that's like house clothes, just a pair of shorts and a T-shirt.
Yeah, I run in and take off my makeup because it makes things so messy. Guess what comes off next? Hit myself in the chin or my knees. Depends on the day.
Oh, the girls are out?
The girls? Those puppies are in the yard playing.
Do they really? First thing?
Next comes off the panties.
Oh, really?
Because I got to let my girl breathe.
Yeah.
Shoes. Yep.
Everything. So you get butt-ass naked as soon as you walk in. It's the first thing you do.
I don't get buck-ass naked. But then I put my shorts on, or I'll keep, some parts on and put the shorts on. But the girls have got to be out. I have to release the hounds.
Do bras make it itch? Like, do bras make your boobs itch like crazy? I couldn't imagine.
Could I ever get you guys to, just try a bra on? God, that was good timing. While wearing a period simulator. And then we're going to have you walk a mile in her shoes. I'll let you pick out your heels, boys.
I can't say that Jack hasn't worn a bra before.
And I think you should give it a try.
Jack, have you worn a bra before? Be honest.
Never.
I have.
Well, then.
I did. I did a bit one time where I had to dress up like Madonna back in the day. And I put on one of those cone bras and stuffed that thing full. And I have to tell you, pain in the ass. Even though I just had my hairy man boobs up in there, it was itchy and a pain in the ass. My wife hates it more than anything.
Because this kind of heat and humidity, it gets trapped underneath there, and you got to powder.
Yeah, my wife had a boob job years and years and years ago, and she got de-boobed. And she said that while she had her bigger boobs, it was a nightmare. She said having big boobs in general was a nightmare.
Well, that's not a nightmare, but you want to be careful how you roll over.
Yeah, she said just the weight of it and just the
my God.
And then the summer, the annoyance of how hot everything is. She said he hated it.
If you've ever met a woman who has divots in her shoulders from the weight of breasts that needed to be reduced, it's
I had a woman
back problems that go with that.
I had a woman in my family that had to have a reduction because of that. It was ruining her back. I mean, she was like...
Right. You could lay on one and cover up with the other?
I'm trying to think of the cup size. Like, we talk about D, F, E, F, G, A. She probably had Ks. They were like, they were like, if you took a good sized watermelon and cut it in half. I mean, I'm not trying to even be. Jack, you're such a terrible person. This is a family member. They probably weighed like 15 pounds apiece.
Sweet Jesus.
I'm not joking. It had to at least be that.
Isn't that what we dropped on Iran?
Oh, yeah. the Boober Bunker Busters.
New show title.
And then lastly here, it says in Spain, I lived in Spain for a few years as an American, and one of the biggest differences was the fact that their entire extended family lives in a house that we would call a starter home in America indefinitely. Aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, everybody lives at home, and they're on top of each other all day long. Perfectly cool. Never fight. Everything's fine. In America, that's 3 deaths, day 2.
Right, exactly.
And can I tell you, I'm the problem for half of them.
I've seen that in Colombia. Kids don't leave home until they graduate college.
Oh, well, I mean, so my daughter dated a guy from Serbia. What they do in Serbia is they build their houses up. So the owner of the house owns the bottom part. The next level that's built on is for the parents of either of the couple. The next level is the other set of parents. The next level could be brothers and sisters, aunts, cousins, or whatever. And they just continually build their houses up and put people in there from family. And they love it. And when you talk to them about it, like as Americans, you can't imagine people being in your face and having that many people in your house, because it's almost like it's a cliche in America to get your kids out of the house.
Right.
In other countries, it's exactly the opposite. They want everybody back. I mean, they don't want anybody to leave at all.
Doesn't that sound great, guys? Just bringing everybody back.
Yeah, Jack, tell us all about it. Yeah, same here, buddy. I second that. All right, load them up. Trivia's next.
Good. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is next. Call now, 407-916-1041.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
A long-awaited update on Florida quarterback DJ Lagway's health. That'll be answered next week when he takes the stage for SEC Media Days. Florida State quarterback Tommy Castellanos is appealing the House NCAA settlement, objecting to the college football playoffs role in the case. And reigning NBA and Finals MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will be the cover athlete for this year's edition of the NBA 2K video game. I'm Scott Davidson.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction.
Hey guys, we live right here in Central Florida, and of course, I just talked about it a minute ago with 95 degrees when I pulled in here today, feeling like about 106, and it did feel that much. That's why you need an AC company in this state that you can lean on with integrity. I love the guys over at Mills Air, and I got to tell you, I think you will as well. Been in business since 92. That's 30-plus years of experience in keeping Central Florida nice and cool. And their techs, they know all the brands out there. You don't even have to know what kind of AC you have. These guys can repair it. Mills Air also a Carrier factory authorized dealer. That is important. Here's why. They can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today and schedule that appointment. It's 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. MillsAir.com.
Mecum Auctions returns to Kissimmee July 9th through 12th with 1,500 vehicles up for auction, including muscle cars, classics, Corvettes, trucks, exotics, hot rods, customs, and more. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. Become a bidder and get ready to bring home your dream car. Registration and tickets are available at Mecum.com. That's Mecum.com.
That'll be 30 even.
That's 90 points! Sorry, that was a lot. Now that I'm getting 3 times the points on food and fuel with the Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card, I get a little too hyped sometimes.
Cool. Would you like your receipt?
In the bag! Sorry, in the bag, please.
Learn more about the everyday, everywhere Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Hey, Central Florida, this Friday night from 5 to 9 p.m., downtown Leesburg is the place to be. We're talking food trucks, live acoustic jams, and a sweet evening market with a watermelon twist. Savor a drink, indulge in ice cream, or grab a savory snack from one of our downtown delights as you stroll and explore all that Leesburg has to offer. It's the place to be this Friday night from 5 to 9 p.m. It's Discover Leesburg every second Friday. It's not just an event, it's an experience. Info at leesburgflorida.gov.
To everyone who believes a good meal can always be made even better, come try our new chicken sandwiches at Culver's.
We've taken our classic chicken sandwich and brought it to the next level. I'm talking bigger, juicier chicken with crispier, crunchier breading. And it's all served on a buttery brioche bun and topped with crisp dill pickles, creamy mayo, and fresh lettuce and tomato. Even better, you can make any sandwich your own with a few extra toppings. Throw on some real Wisconsin cheddar cheese, add thick-cut bacon, or both. We'll make it fresh just for you, just the way you like it. Whether you go for crispy, spicy crispy, or grilled chicken, you're sure to enjoy your first bite and every bite after that. So are you ready to try our tasty take on a tried and true classic? We've got a table waiting with your name on it. From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins from The Monsters. When couples go to the International Diamond Center, their eyes get this big, really big. It's because mind-blowing displays of sparkling jewelry, literally thousands of choices, all these beautiful engagement rings, all these styles that she's seen online are right there. But the experts at IDC, man, they make them feel right at home. I've been there. I've seen this happen. They'll offer you a beverage, then they ask you a lot of questions about your taste and your style, and then they give you all the secrets of the jewelry business. It's really awesome. The experts at IDC are not working on commission. They're not, retail clerks or anything like that. They're just focused on helping you find what you're looking for. They can spend 30 minutes with you, or they can spend 3 hours with you. It really doesn't matter. And let me tell you, you can see the difference between a diamond salmon that's properly cut at IDC and one that you might see like a corporate chain that's not as good. There's a big difference, and it'll blow you away. Bottom line, International Diamond Center will take all the risk away, all the mystery away, all the confusion, and help you make a decision you'll be confident in for years to come. That's the International Diamond Center, true direct importers with rock-bottom prices. IDC, the International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and the Mall of Millennia.
You've got an app for your music, but what about your favorite morning show, sports team, or live local news and weather?
Things start to change.
Yep, there's an app for all that too. iHeartRadio. Download the #1 app for radio, the free iHeartRadio app.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
All right, Jack, I see your Subway, and I raise you pizza delivered to the movie theater. Because, you know, they didn't put those numbers on the emergency exits on the outside of theaters for first responders. They did it so you can get food delivered. So when you run out of time on your way to the movie theater to pick up your dinner, you just order it right up and have it delivered to that door. And I've done it, and it works. Also, there's nothing better than taking beer into a movie theater. I've been doing it for 35 years, and I'm 50.
God, Deb, you're just an amalgamation of different animals. You got hounds on your chest, baby belugas for legs. What's it going to be next?
What up, JCS crew? Hey, Jimmy, I know you like some old school hip-hop. There's actually a really great band going around on tour right now.
Oh, here you go.
Man, they're great. You probably heard of them, the Wuhan Clan. They had a big hit. COVID ruined everything around me.
Cream, baby, cream.
By the way, be careful if you're out on the road. Someone just texted us that it's hailing at Hiawassee and Raleigh right now. We have severe thunderstorm warnings for Orange County, Seminole County. It looked like it was going to be moving offshore, but then it decided to, go drape over I-4.
Scared.
Because, who doesn't want to do that at 5:45 on a Wednesday?
Exactly. Nothing going on.
Nothing to see here.
All right. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1. Money is your 5 o'clock keyword. We've got about 5 minutes or so to get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Money, guys. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We'll have a freshie for you at the top of the hour right before Ross gets on with us. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here, and he has the Jackie sack. My friend, what is in it?
All aboard.
Chugga, chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Got a couple of prizes today for you to pick and choose from. I am talking about 4 tickets to Orlando Science Center. They have DC superheroes going on right now.
Nice.
Where you can discover your superpowers. An interactive, action-packed exhibit now at the Orlando Science Center. They got cool science to beat the summer heat. Something to do this summer. The Orlando Science Center. You want more on them, you go to osc.org. We also have a pair of one-day Walt Disney World tickets.
Yay!
Where you can experience the Florida-inspired dishes and drinks at Disney Springs. Flavors of Florida now through August 10th. Enter for your chance to win a Walt Disney World getaway from Real Radio. You can go to our contest page at realradio.fm/contest, or maybe you'll win them right now. And Jimmy's talked about it a lot. It's happening this Saturday night. Taste Central Florida. We've got a pair of tickets for you. If you want a pair, you go to tastecfl.org.
Oh, yeah, man. That's a good ticket, by the way, dude.
Those are your prizes.
So back to you, clickety-clack.
All right, young lady, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
1.
1 is Mike. Mike, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing absolutely incredible, thank you. How are you all doing today?
Doing great, my man. Would you like to play a little game with us?
I would love to, thank you.
We should do that then.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
That's right, Mike. This is a very easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is a lie, Mike.
No.
But, buddy, if you can find it, I will send you over to the Jackie Sack where some pretty cool stuff awaits, buddy. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go, Mike. On this day in 1975, Grammy award-winning singer, songwriter, producer, multi-instrumentalist was a part of a very famous duo, Notoriously Pale.
Not Hall &
His
Oates.
music is very lo-fi.
Hall & Oates, no.
No.
His stripes are white.
Oh,
Jack White.
Jack White.
That's right. Jack White was born from the White Stripes on this day. Here are 3 fun facts about Jack and one 70 SPF lie.
God, does that make him 50?
Yeah, he's 50 years old today.
Oh.
Absolutely. All right, buddy, we're talking about Jack White from the White Stripes. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, he does not allow his kids to play video games. Number 2, before the wild success of the White Stripes, he was a furniture upholsterer. Number 3, he's the youngest of 7 children.
Hey.
Or lastly, he collects ancient human bones. Which of those is a lie?
I am going to say that
You're looking. Stop.
Yep. Come on.
he's not a furniture upholsterer.
Yeah, no, he was, buddy. He was a furniture upholsterer. Matter of fact, he had a show and a business about it. Matter of fact, you can see video of Jack White reupholstering, I think, an ottoman or a chair of some sort. There's an old video of it. He did it so much you loved it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go with 2.
Let's go 2 right there down the line. Jay, how you doing?
Doing all right, guys. How about yourself?
Doing good, brother. Talking about Jack White from the White Stripes. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, does not allow his kids to play video games. Number 2, he's the youngest of 7 children. Or lastly, he collects ancient human bones.
I'm going to do number 2.
That's the one, buddy. You're a winner! I will give you one guess. He is the youngest of how many actual children?
I want to say it's more.
It's 10.
Damn.
He's the youngest of 10 kids there, buddy. You're a winner. Put you on hold.
Congratulations.
And if you get those taste tickets, please come up and say hey to me if you see me there, big dog, all right?
I got you.
You got it. See, man. That taste ticket is no joke. You know how much that thing is?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, but it's
for charity.
It goes to charity, and you're getting a great night.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
75 restaurants.
Yeah, for sure. He is the youngest of 10 children. He does not allow his kids to play video games. He does collect ancient human bones.
I was hoping that was the lie.
Is that odd?
Yeah.
I mean, is it really? I mean, maybe he likes the science of it. Probably not. Anyway, a couple other things about Jack White before we get to the top of the hour and find out what's happening with Good Sauce.
I mean,
Ross?
Billy Bob did wear someone's blood around his neck. They teach their own.
His actual name is not Jack White, and I did not know that until today. His actual name is John Anthony Gillis. And his 2 children's last name is Gillis as well.
Jag.
Jaggy.
That sounds like a good Irish name.
It was weird. He was married to Meg White in the band, but for years they tried to play it off like they were brother and sister.
Wait a minute, that's what I thought.
Yeah, they weren't. They were actually married. And the reason how people found out that they weren't married is when they got divorced, they had to put it in it was public record.
How creepy.
It is kind of weird, isn't it?
To tell people that's your sister.
Kind of an odd dude.
And you collect human bones?
When he was young, he wanted to be a priest.
Oh, God.
Oddly enough, he was actually accepted into seminary school in Wisconsin.
I was going to say, sound like a good Catholic boy with them 10 kids.
And lastly here, he does not allow telephones at his shows. So much like Dave Chappelle, when you go to a White Stripe show or a Raconteur show or just a Jack White show, you got to bag up your phone in one of those bags that keeps it from broadcasting so you can't use it.
One of those plastic bags?
Have you ever had to do that?
Yeah, at Dave Chappelle. I loved it.
Yeah.
I would do it every day of the week. I had no problem with the weight was a little bit of a pain in the ass, but can I tell you total? Probably another 20 minutes max.
Yeah, but it's that logjam, especially when you're leaving.
Yeah, it was a tiny bit, but I have to tell you, buddy, I wanted to hate it so much. I found that I enjoyed the show more because I wasn't constantly worried about checking on my phone and seeing if things happening. And during it just was great just being away from it. It was wonderful. I thought I was going to hate it, but I did not.
Yeah, I had to do for the John Mulaney show.
Yeah.
It was good.
Wasn't that the one you guys had to do at Dr. Phillips?
No, the John Mulaney show, that was at Edition Financial Arena at UCF.
Right, but that was your first experience, right, having to bag your phone?
Yes.
So I remember us talking about it because it was like, God, how much time is this going to add? And what if they lose your phone? And how do they know what bag you put it in?
You hold it. I mean, they put it in the bag, and then you have the bag. Then you can take it and go to an area outside of the main room where you can then have it open and to use your phone, but then they seal it up when you go back.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't know that they allowed this if that was the deal at Chappelle. I mean, everybody just got their phone in a bag, and like you said, they had to take it back and open it up. But I have to tell you, the only issue is if people are going to do that, like the Kia Center is going to do that, they need to offer shelter because unfortunately, when we were waiting out there, it started raining.
Yeah,
and the line was all the way down past I-4. That lot that's clear, it was all the way past that, and people are standing out there in the damn rain. So they didn't really allot for protecting people. If someone would have gotten hurt, that would have been a very interesting situation.
Yeah.
Like legally, struck by lightning, anything like that. All right, we'll take a little break. Good Sauce with Ross Padgett to talk about Good Sauce next.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with Night 2 of the Mount Dora Summer Night Series with Ryan Holmes from the Monsters in the Morning, July 12th. Details at realradio.fm/comedy.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a vehicle fire getting cleared up here on I-4 westbound before Saxon Boulevard. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. Afternoon showers are going to be affecting the conditions of most of the major roadways, so travel with caution. Expect reduced visibility and slippery roadways this afternoon. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus.
Tired of blurry vision and hassle of glasses? The Filatowski Eye Institute has been earning Central Florida's trust for over 35 years with more than 65,000 LASIK procedures successfully performed. These guys are awesome, and I know that firsthand because not only was my son one of those people, my father-in-law is one of those people as well. So right now, take some time and schedule your free LASIK exam and get $500 off each eye. That's right, guys, $1,000 in savings if you elect a procedure. The offer is for a limited time, so call 800-EYE-EXAM to get started. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with Night 2 of the Real Comedy Mount Dora Summer Night Series this Saturday. Ryan Holmes from the Monsters is the next headliner. And this Saturday, he'll bring his comedy along with a few of Florida's up-and-coming comedians. Get to know them before they get famous. This night of fun will be hosted by the one and only Russ Rollins and feature the Triple R pre-show with Savannah, Jeff Howell, Daisy Del Toro, Amber Nova, and Ryan Holmes in a dunk tank in the lobby. This Saturday, July 12th at the Mount Dora Music Hall, sponsored by Mills Air and Discover Lake County. Dunk tank at 6, doors at 6:30, show at 8. Get your tickets today at realradio.fm/comedy.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia, where Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands off MSRP. Make your summer extra hot in a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for just $119 a month, 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, and 0 security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 8/15/25.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Are you 62 or older and wondering if a reverse mortgage can help you access the equity in your home? It's so easy to get a free reverse mortgage quote with that mortgage guy, Don. Just fill out the online questionnaire at thatmortgageguyDon.com, or you can make an office appointment to meet in person at 1401 Town Plaza Court, Winter Springs, Florida. Happy Home Mortgage, NMLS ID 2418348.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance company, and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Focus on getting better and let us take care of everything else. Our experienced team will get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Hey guys, it's Angel from the Monsters. You know I love cooking on my Big Green Egg. And every time I get asked why, I tell you it's because it's an awesome experience, it's impressive, and everything comes out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go visit my friends at Watsy's Meat Market and get yourself a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up where they'll teach you the basic to advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg. Follow them on their social medias. Also, check out the website, WassysMeatMarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
Join Jim Colbert on the Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx user compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Do you know a teacher that desperately needs a vacation? Well, I'm here to help. I'm attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'm giving one lucky teacher a free cruise. All you have to do is nominate them at justcallmo.com/cruise. That's justcallmo.com/cruise.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
New Year's resolution is to sell your home? Get a guaranteed cash offer today at thenicklygroup.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS, BILLS, BILLS. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Taking a little sip of my old fashioned before we talk to Ross.
I think you made him sad.
Thanks. The Modern was so nice to bring some food by in celebration of Taste Central Florida.
He went to get his own drink.
Oh, no.
Is that the mochi stuff or what? Not mochi.
No,
What's it?
that's the Olipop he talked about yesterday. The 30, yeah.
Oh,
it's going to be an interesting Ross Thoughts.
All right, your 6 o'clock keyword is bills. That's BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000, guys. Bills is your 6 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We wish you the very, very, very best. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Let's get some Ross thoughts.
It's weird. It's funny. Sometimes it's Ross, spelled like sauce. It's Ross Thoughts.
Oh, yeah, Jim, it is Ross Thoughts. It's Wednesday. It's 6:05. It's episode 64 of my own show, Good Sauce with Ross and Joel, drops 8 p.m. on Real Radio. It's out on all platforms, and we cooked ourselves a banger this week.
Nice.
I'm on a roll.
I listened to about 20 minutes of last week's episode, and I was laughing out loud. It was very funny.
And that's one thing when people always ask, like, so what's the show about? I'm like, dude, we are trying to make you pee your pants.
Yeah. It's just about anything. And the cool thing is the reaction between members that have known each other for a very long time between the topic seam. We do that here. Like, we'll get on a topic, then we kind of wind into those little seams and have a lot of fun. You guys do that quite well.
It's almost like I learned from the best.
Oh, stop it.
Almost like I learned from the best. But
Thank
this
you.
week...
I'm assuming it's me. What a dick move. It's probably Jack.
Man, Jack, I was not talking about you on that one.
Whoa.
Harsh, dude.
Sorry, you're the one that hung it out there.
Let's make him smaller.
Also, fun fact, yesterday I realized that Jack's hat matched my outfit and that my hat matched Jack's outfit.
Did you guys plan that?
No.
We traded hats.
I saw that at the end
and
of the
then we forgot to trade hats back. And then I find out I'm wearing a blood donor hat. Stolen valor, Jim.
Yeah, that is stolen valor.
It is.
That is stolen valor.
I was walking around like a hero. I was a hero for a little bit. It felt nice. It's basically when you have a blood donor hat, it just tells everybody that you're that much better.
And then conversely, Jack has a free the weed hat.
Why didn't we swap hats with that hat, man? But this is the main thing that I really want to talk to you guys about. And I'm happy that we have literally all of Central Florida listening. Throughout my entire time living here, goes back to 2008. And when 2008 happened, it was 2009 when the Orlando Magic made it to the finals.
Yes, against the Rockets, right?
No, it was against...
Wasn't the Rockets? I thought
maybe
it was the Rockets.
Spurs? I don't even remember now. But
it was
it was Kobe.
Lakers.
It was Lakers.
Was it really?
Yeah,
Lakers won it on our court. I was there.
Oh, wow, that's right.
And then, And then Dwight Howard ends up leaving, and I was gutted. And it was the second time in Orlando's history, of course, with Shaquille O'Neal. Let me throw down one of the saddest hypotheticals that all Orlando Central Floridians should have at least thought at least once. What does Orlando, Florida, Central Florida look like if we paid Shaq over $100 million?
Oh.
Well, I have to tell you, buddy, I think maybe he would have stayed that one contract and probably wound up leaving anyway. I don't think he would. He wasn't destined to stay in Orlando. He wanted to play in L.A. He said it for a while. And can I tell you, I don't know, man. I think he just wanted to play in L.A. He dreamed about it since he was a kid.
Well, let's say, for hypothetical reasons, he wanted to stay in Orlando, and he spent his entire career in Orlando. Am I crazy with assuming that just like increases, the GDP of Orlando?
Yeah, it would definitely it would have made a giant. Look what it did for Los Angeles. I mean, even though LA is obviously a juggernaut of a city, he still was the king of that city for a few years.
And it's weird that sports and athletes can literally make an economic impact on your city. Meaning, and where I'm going with this is that, say he stays in Orlando, I don't even care if he wins championships or not necessarily for this hypothetical. You have the biggest, most charismatic athlete on the planet. Where is he from? Orlando. The word Orlando gets said 500 million times more in the 90s if he stays in his whole career. Well, I'm here to tell you, we don't have to whine and cry anymore. Because I know you saw that news, and everyone's just glossing over this news like we don't have an abusive history with athletes leaving. Paulo Banchero signed a 5-year max extension, $285 million with the Orlando Magic. Let's rock.
That is so unbelievable. and you are 100% right, buddy. And I got to tell you, I think even worse for the Shaquille thing is not only did he leave Orlando, afterwards he kind of hates Orlando. Yeah, he comes back here, but when you listen to him talk on that TNT show and the Magic were playing, he wouldn't give us any love. He really had a bitter part in his heart about this city. So even worse, he didn't have anything good to say about Orlando after he left.
So I'm here to put an end to the Dwight Howard negative era of him leaving. I'm here to put the end of Shaquille O'Neal leaving. And what I'm always still forever curious of, I wonder how big our buildings would have gotten if he would have stayed. Well, now we get something, and it doesn't make as big of a news story here in Central Florida as much as it should, so I'm doing my part. Central Florida, rejoice. We just kept a star. You don't have to like basketball to understand how big of a deal this is. On the national global stage, Orlando just got a lot more popular.
A really big star that's going to get a lot of coverage this year because the additions and then, of course, the injuries that are in the East. Orlando's going to be a beast, and they're going to get talked about and featured quite often. National television shows, ESPN coverage after the games. It's all going to happen. You're 100 right.
We have a massive party to start off episode 64 of Good Sauce. We start a Paulo chant, and then we quickly find out that his last name isn't that chantable. All I'm saying is that it's just when you go Paulo Banchero, it's just
it
a little too many syllables. It's just Paulo. Paulo, that's all you need. That's all you got. So that's one of the main topics of tonight's episode. One of the other topics is my new addiction of prebiotic sodas and how it makes me feel light as a feather every morning at 10 a.m.
Oh, no.
And then the last topic, and Jim, I think this would speak to you the most. I talked to you about Paulo. That's what I think, but that's not what I know. We talk about know-it-alls a lot on this episode and how know-it-alls could save their likability if only they started off every sentence with, well, what I think is... they could save their entire existence as long as they started off with what I was thinking was, instead of coming in so hot all the time going, they're idiots, this is what you should do, I know.
Yeah.
That's not the most likable route to attack almost any scenario.
Let me help you out. I read a story about a month and a half ago. This is me knowing it all. I read a story about a month and a half ago that says in all of the personality traits, outside of the ones that are quite obvious, know-it-all is the worst received personality trait of them all. That's not a nefarious personality trait. It is greatly disliked.
And if you are one of those people, here's the thing. It's greatly disliked, but there still is a massive spot for you in society. If you look at all of our, you know what know-it-alls are? They're also very confident. You need that. Confidence is a good thing and a great thing, but maybe we can polish and refine a little bit by starting off by going, I might not know, but I can tell you what I think. And that will save you so much stress.
It's also a social awkwardness defense mechanism. I'm going to tell you straight up, it is. Like if you know a bunch of stuff because whatever, and there's a conversation, you feel natural to jump in and offer like the facts that you know, and that is not received well. You should maybe ask more questions and listen more. So I hear
we wrapped
from
it
family
up with.
And all my friends that don't want to come around me anymore. I'm not saying I have any of this. I'm just saying it's seemingly I have some of this. Maybe I have it all.
We gotta be a think. We gotta be a think-it-all, not a know-it-all.
Oh, I like
and
that.
That's the big theme on episode 64 of Good Sauce.
Dude,
we're the accountabilities. We're striving to be better men on Good Sauce.
I gotta tell. Did you say accountabilities?
Yeah, we're the accountabilities.
Accountabilities, that's really good. yeah. You could start an arena tour like Tony Robbins with that whole.
There you go.
Try to be a think it all, not know it all.
Well, I just think that right now I see men my age and not even men. I won't even put a gender to it because it's 2025. No, it's because
that's dangerous these days.
I just see so many people are laughing at everything. It's the cool thing to do is to laugh at something. When you laugh at something, you're not taking it seriously and you're giving yourself the higher status.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you, I spent my entire 20s doing that. You're going to wake up one day and realize you have lacked substance and you don't have an opinion on anything.
Right. Yeah.
There's a balance to stuff. You can laugh too much at stuff and you can take things too seriously. And that balance is what I will be pursuing until my last breath.
Very nice. That's tonight, 8 o'clock. It's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel and Renato. You can check that out on the iHeartRadio app or just listen tonight live right here on Real Radio 104.1. Where are you going to be?
You guys are the best.
Where your stand-up or your 10 best sketches. When is that again?
That's July 17th at the legendary SAC Comedy Lab. Listen, if you don't like downtown on the weekends, this is a Thursday, 7 p.m. you can drink with me on a weekday. That's not a Friday. July 17th, 7 p.m.
All right, Ross.
Yes.
RossComedy.com. Grab your tickets there, or you can just go to SAC's website and grab them there as well. Good seeing you, big dog. We'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow. Much love, everybody.
Much love. Have a great night.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Back in 1 sec with more of The Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a crash getting cleared up on I-4 westbound before Saxon Boulevard. The off-ramp's partially blocked from I-95 southbound to I-4 there. Road construction continues on Apopka Vineland Road southbound at Hotel Plaza Boulevard. The right lane's blocked there. Expect some congestion in that area. Traffic slowing down on all the major roadways. The roadways are wet out there, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Hey guys, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at the Nickley Group. Are you in the real estate world right now? Maybe you're looking to sell your house. Maybe you're looking to upgrade or maybe even downsize the house you have now. Well, let me tell you, man, nobody will work harder for you than the Nickley Group. This is an elite team of realtors here in Central Florida, and their one and only job is to make sure you get exactly what you ask for when you come through those doors. You want to get max for your home to sell it? They can do that for you. Man, let me tell you, don't listen to national trends. That doesn't really affect Central Florida. Here in Central Florida, homes still selling for record prices. And if you have the Nickley Group on your team, it even gets better because on average, they sell their homes for about 6% more than their competitors, and they sell those homes twice as fast. And guys, when you throw in their VIP program, it really gets kind of silly. It's free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies. They even have an early access program that gets you into off-market properties before they even get listed. Simply amazing stuff. And even better, if you simply just want to sell your house, you don't want to deal with showings or any of that stuff, go to their website. You could get a guaranteed cash offer for your home. No showings, no open houses. Close that deal in just 14 days. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Ladies and gents, if you were thinking about going solar, let me tell you why now is the perfect time to go to solarsource.com. You know the big, beautiful bill? One thing it does, it ends solar tax credits at the end of the calendar year. So that means to take advantage of that 30% federal tax credit, you need to have your solar system installed. So make your move to Solar Source before August 31st of this year. Get on their schedule. Get a solar system installed. Start saving now. Start producing your own electricity instead of renting it from the power company. Clock is ticking. Now is the time. Go to solarsource.com and start saving.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander, or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the tariff sheriff. See, at R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, Deland and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
Do you know a teacher that desperately needs a vacation? Well, I'm here to help. I'm attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'm giving one lucky teacher a free cruise. All you have to do is nominate them at justcallmo.com/cruise. That's justcallmo.com/cruise.
Pack your summer with awe and awesome at SeaWorld Orlando. Chill with new emperor penguins at an Antarctic encounter. Take a thrilling Arctic adventure on the all-new Expedition Odyssey, now open. Celebrate Baby Shark's 10th anniversary and enjoy live concerts and hundreds of flavors at Band's Brew and Barbecue. Light up your summer with an all-new acrobatic show and ignite the all-new drone and fireworks show. Go from real to unreal at SeaWorld. Save up to 60% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our summer sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
I'm Rebecca. I was injured in a car accident and hired one of the big TV law firms. They sent me to an injury clinic that I felt just wanted to make money off me. I needed an attorney and doctors who cared about me. I called attorney Glenn Klausman, and he helped me get the best doctors who really helped me. I was extremely pleased with my settlement. He also got me $10,000 for vet bills for my dog that was injured in the accident, and he did that for free. Call attorney Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. Glenn Klausman, office, Winter Park.
They were right. It could have waited. I can't believe it happened to me. Reaching to check my phone. Now my family has to hear that I'm never coming home again.
Officer?
I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
Every day, 9 people on Florida roadways don't make it home. I was one of the people that didn't make it home.
Ride with Do Not Disturb. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Don't miss TK Law. Trendley Kramer Law calls every Wednesday at 8:35 on the Monsters in the Morning. Ray Trendley and the Monsters will be discussing all things law, from the latest celebrity legal troubles to what's going on out there.
Since 2002, Precision Garage Door Service has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Noisy garage door? Get our quiet door deal where you buy a belt drive motor and get free rollers. Worried about the weather? Understood. Get a tune-up and roller replacement for your garage door today. Want to give your house a glow up? Got you covered. Get a new garage door and get 20% off. Local and reliable, Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando provides same-day service. Visit us online or call Precision Garage Door Service of Orlando today. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
All right, if you're building your perfect summer playlist, just open the iHeartRadio app because we've got all the summer vibes you need. We have every playlist and station you could want for pool days, road trips, beach eggs, all of it. Plus, Dollywood Radio is now on iHeartRadio. Yes, the park you know and love has its own radio station. So yeah, your summer soundtrack, we got it handled.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Radio now comes with moving pictures. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
So I'm going to go see Ghost this weekend in Tampa on Saturday.
That's cool.
And they have a no phone policy for their concert, which I think is pretty cool. I really don't have a problem not looking at my phone during a concert, but it'll be great also that everybody else will not be filming every little thing on their phone and just kind of enjoying it. So I think that's pretty cool.
I've never understood that smoke in a glass out. My brother had that at Christmas time for whiskey and stuff.
So good.
It's just too much work. Just grab a bottle of whiskey, ice cubes, and a glass, and grab a cigarette if you need smoke. It just seems like excessive work for me.
Yeah. It does offer a very kind of unique olfactory experience. If I had to say that it was anything, like when you stick your snout in the glass to grab yourself a little sip there, that's the remnants of that smoke that cling to the glass give you a really nice little boost of flavor there. It's good.
Indeed.
Jack and I enjoyed smoked old fashions after the first Suds, Pups, and Pints at Prices Rising.
Very nice.
To date, that was probably my favorite one.
Really? Yeah, it's very good.
We're there last night, actually. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Your 6 o'clock keyword is bills, BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Bills will do it, guys. That is your 6 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yes.
USA Today had a real, by the way, we're going to be at Taste this weekend. If you want to check that out, tastecfl.org. 75 of the best restaurants in Central Florida serving it up for you. And all the proceeds go to Second Harvest Food Bank and Coalition for the Homeless. So, again, that's tastecfl.org. Hope to see you there. We'll have one more pair of those tickets on
tomorrow.
There you go. Do you guys have any poor people habits? This is
like everything I do.
This is well, it's so funny you mentioned that, right? This is a USA Today story. If you want to check that out, it says, "Turn off those lights. These poor people habits never die." Now, you guys have made great fun of me because of how I've done in my adulthood. But when we were all kids, I think Jack, you grew up kind of humbly, like type thing.
We were middle class. Yeah,
I would say that we were a little bit lower middle class.
Yeah, we were not We were not middle class until we moved to Green Bay.
We were no AC in my grandmother's house, grew up in mobile homes kind of thing. But, I mean, we had a way to go and had hot food and clothes. And
love.
And a lot of love. I mean, you had a lot of good situations in my hometown, but there wasn't like a whole bunch of industry there so that you could get all loaded, no boats or anything like that, no vacations, nothing like that. But we were always safe and, and had transportation.
I have a feeling your and I childhood at least included during summers or whatever, going to You Pick'em farms.
Yes.
And then going home and canning.
Yes.
All of what you bought so that you had food for the fall and for the winter time.
That's exactly what it was.
Deer hunting season. My mom never turned down a hunter offering us deer meat and venison.
That's right. We would our slip inside was just a piece of visqueen or plastic with some soap bubbles in the hose at one end. And we did that, all the cousins. So we did that. But I will tell you, I saw this story and I was like, I wonder if this will offend people. And I started reading the story and I'm like, I'm this person. Like, it can't offend anybody. I'm this person. And it's like these habits that people, like when you grow up humbly or grow up kind of watching your pennies and checking your change, your parents kind of always are beating that into you. Hey, do this, no long showers, turn the lights off, turn the fans off, turn the AC up, type thing. And it is kind of interesting. 17,000 people chimed in on this with 12,000 comments. And it's kind of interesting. I want to see how many of these that you guys do on the regular.
All right.
I got to tell you, I think it's 90%.
Okay.
Turn off the lights when you leave a room.
Yes.
Yes.
Every single time. I actually, before I leave the house every day, go through my house and turn off every light in the house. Just in case the bathroom got light got left on or anything like that.
Right.
Do that all the time. And by the way, that's the least power drawing thing in your house. Like literally an hour of your fridge will run your lights for an entire week.
Oh, wow.
How about picking up coins on the ground?
I pick up the pennies at the 7-Eleven I stop at without shame every time I go.
Pennies, only thing I don't pick up.
Yeah.
Silver. If it's silver, I'll pick it up.
100 of those equal,
Any coin on the ground I pick up. Now, it's funny because my dad had a thing where he didn't want me touching the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the hardest smacks I ever got is I went to pick up a dime off the ground. And my dad popped me and he said, "Don't get that off the ground. What are you doing?" Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I'd take it off the ground in 5 seconds. I'll pick it up in front of you right now.
Exactly.
If you drop a quarter in front of me and then pay no attention to it, I will bend down and get it in front of you.
That's an Aldi shopping cart.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm going to knock you down and steal that quarter.
It says a YouGov poll from several years ago found that just over half of Americans would stop to pick up a penny.
Wow.
I like that.
I do too.
Do you order only water when you dine out?
No.
I have, but it's not exclusive. It depends on what I want at the time. Sometimes it's soda and sometimes it's a cocktail.
And by the way, this is one of the only ones I always get water, but I have to have like a soda or tea or something to have with dinner. I won't just use water.
I like soda with food, so if I'm going out, that's usually when I will indulge.
Right.
Yeah.
How about, do you argue with yourself every time there's a non-essential purchase?
Yeah, it depends on the purchase. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Did it 5 times this weekend.
Yeah. Got to talk yourself into it.
It's Prime Days.
Come on. Move my studio from one room of my house to the other room, and my wife is like, "Well, we should do this." And I'm like, "This worked perfectly. I'm not changing it. We're using this. There's no reason to buy anything new. There's no reason to go anywhere.
Right.
This will work fine. We're going to use it." And that's just like one of those things. And the thing is she's probably right. It probably could be replaced, but it works now, and I'm doing it.
Exactly.
It says It says few consumers think twice about buying staples, bread, milk, toilet paper, and such. But when it comes to discretionary purchases, some people are very cost conscious. I am this person. I have a very difficult time buying things for myself.
Yeah.
I mean, the golf clubs that I have are years old. My 3-wood is from 2005.
Wow, that's an old wood.
That's 2 I have. Squeezing all of the toothpaste out of the tube.
I am great at this.
So am I, because if you have a nice rounded edge to your toothbrush, or to your toothbrush. Oh, no, you don't dig. What you do is you put your tube flat on the counter, and then you hold the end as far as you can, and you just squeegee all that toothpaste to the very end.
I got to a point where it was where most people would throw it away. I got another 10 days out of it.
Really?
Like, I'll
and that's
push it
twice
down,
a day. That's
like
20 brushes.
Almost busting your knuckles trying to squeeze that last little bit out.
If you can't see the white, if you're not pushing the blood out of the tip of your finger,
you're not doing it right.
You're not trying hard enough.
It's so funny. In the context of this one, I just read down at the very bottom line, it mentions, because this is not a part of the other list, it mentions something that I do all the time. What kind of soap do you guys use? Use bar soap?
Bar
soap. I don't use bar soap. We have the pump Dove. When the pump runs out, I take it off and I run water in it and then shake it up.
Oh,
and I use that soap water because it works just as well.
I do that with my dish detergent.
Do you really?
Yeah, dishwasher. No, the sink.
Yeah,
What do you call that?
dishwashing soap.
Dish soap.
Yeah, and I do that with our hand soaps.
Yeah.
So Chris loves
shampoo,
it.
too.
Oh, yeah. With the tube, I will literally do what you guys do, and then I will grab my thumb, and I will put my fingers on either side of the nipple of the tube, and I'll take my thumb and I'll push the back of it so it can squeeze even the littlest bit out.
It's same thing with your deodorant thing. Can I just click it up, hit that pit just a little bit, because if just a little bit comes out, you got to hit the other pit.
I hate when you run out after only one arm.
Oh.
But you know how you cure that? What kind of bar soap do you use? Do you use antibacterial bar soap?
Don't you dare say that.
No.
It is true. If you just dampen antibacterial bar soap and you rub it underneath your underarms, well, if you don't have
it's
deodorant,
going to make you chafe.
It won't chafe. It's just a little bit of soap for just a couple of hours, but it will kill the bacteria and you won't stink.
Wow.
Unless you want to smell like, water lily from Secret from your wife. We'd compliment you on that.
Hey, man, your beard smells like douche. I'm sorry, what? It says when the shampoo or conditioner is running out, do you put water in the tube, then squirt it around? Of course I do that.
I don't.
You don't do that?
No.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm not do that in a second.
Well, you don't use conditioner, so give me a break.
Or shampoo, so give me a double break. When you walk into the store, where do you go first?
To the right.
Give it to
the
me.
right.
No. Just where do you go? What section? You know where I'm going. I go straight to the clearance rack.
Do you really?
Every single time.
Yeah, no.
When I walk into any store that I'm going to buy something at, sports, whatever the case may be.
Oh, but not like a grocery store.
I go straight to the clearance rack.
I thought you meant grocery store.
Like when I go to Nordstrom in the back to go to Nordstrom Rack to get some nice clothes and stuff, I'll go to the very back. Matter of fact, the shoes I have on right now came off the sale rack in Nordstrom.
Oh, yeah.
$35 or $40 or whatever it was.
It makes sense to go to the sale rack first because nothing sucks buying something full price and then realizing
my God.
you could have gotten it for half.
Dude, I am a clearance rack champ. That's where I go. If it doesn't have a discount, I almost never buy it.
Wait a second.
What?
Clothes come. You get clothes at the store?
Well, I do sometimes, yeah.
I thought that all come from Goodwill.
So
and
it
stuff.
does. Like the clothes I have on right now, every one of them came from Goodwill except for these shoes.
Yeah.
Everything else. I mean, but if I get a good deal on something at a store, I will buy it. But mostly I go to thrift stores. And matter of fact, that's one of the things on here, by the way.
Is it that I do not do?
It is really well. Let's see. Do you guys collect hotel soap?
Yeah.
And fast food napkins?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do all that thing.
Because those.
Why are we ashamed of that? Why is everybody?
Because
I take the soap.
Yeah.
They want you to. They do. I read this as an article a while ago.
Even the ones that aren't used, they want you to take it?
Well, no. Well, the ones that are used, they have a great program that started here in Orlando where they washed all that soap and then clean it up and give it out to homeless people. But hotels, they said, spend a lot of money researching the scents and the quality. So when you take those shampoos and conditioners and little soaps, not being gross and grabbing them out of the cart, but the ones in your room, hotels love that.
One lady says here, one mini bar of hotel soap can last up to 10 days.
Yeah.
So grab those. It says, assuming the hotel restocks your room with 2 little bars each day, a 4-night stay will give you 8 to 10 weeks of free soap.
Now that's a woman after Jack's own heart right there. It's probably his sister.
This is one that literally makes me laugh at myself, which I do perpetually at my house.
Right.
Literally laugh at myself from stupidity all the time. When you guys get like something that you have to put together, or something that requires like an assembly kit or whatever.
Yeah, we all have a set of Allen wrenches.
When it's all done,
I'd save those tools.
When it's all done and you get those leftover bolts and little Allen wrenches, do you keep it or throw it away?
Oh,
keep them.
100%.
I have at least a box of nothing but parts and rollers, and my wife says, "What are you doing with this? You haven't touched this in 25 years." And I'll go into my studio and I'll need something, and I'll run to that box and I'll find, look at there. That's what I keep it for. Right there.
One of my favorite Instagram reels is the man who goes back into his junk box in his garage and finds that piece of 2x4. That's exactly what he and his son are looking for.
That is a guy. That is the biggest "I told you so" to a wife from a man of all time. I'm saving this 10-inch piece of drywall for a patch we're going to need eventually.
You know you're going to need it.
Because you are going to need it.
That doorknob is going through that wall at one point.
Now, here's one I know that we all do. Deb may be the queen of this.
Yes, I do keep my Ziploc bags.
That's exactly it. Reusing containers for any storage need. Like the little containers that the Modern brought today with our food in it.
Yes.
Are these little like Tupperware, perfect leftover containers.
And they're microwavable safe, too.
Every one of them. I would keep everyone in my drawer right now. I think I have like 8 or 10 of those kind of containers that when lunch meat comes in some of those sealable, why throw that out?
Well, it's great because you can bring your lunch to work in that. And then Jack and I will do because we're environmentally smart. We won't heat it up in that packaging.
Nope.
But it's great for bringing, your lunch into work.
They say they repurpose glass jars as drinking glasses, strawberry containers for random produce, and even washing out plastic storage bags.
I finally drew the line there.
You don't turn them inside out anymore?
No, the glass jars one. Like, I was opening up our glass. I'm taking out glasses, and these are like ball jars with threaded tops. I'm like, we're better than this.
No, ball jars are good. You got to keep those.
I don't need them for a drink.
But you can make sun tea in those.
We have real glasses with,
Come on.
with beer advertisements it.
I'll take those ball glasses.
It's so funny. Jack mentions that. I looked at I did a video about this a while back. I looked at my cabinet and I went to Twitter. I went to Instagram or Facebook and I was like, is anybody else's cabinet rife with free glasses? Every single drinking glass that we had was a free glass from a brewery. Every one of them. On the reusing the container thing, it's kind of interesting. My wife just texted me and she goes, I judge people who reuse margarine containers. And at one point, you go to my grandma's kitchen and there would be four of those. I had to figure out which one wasn't leftovers and was the actual margarine. Jack's whistling because he does it all the time.
Well, it's
you
funny.
should be eating margarine, dude.
There's a commercial out there where, teaching them not to be like their parents.
Yeah.
And this woman says, margarine containers are for margarine, not for storing leftovers.
They're not. That's not true.
That ad campaign hits me so many times. There are so many things I'm like,
I know.
Somebody just texted and said, everything we're talking about is why we have junk drawers.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. But those Ziploc bags, it could be good for putting your shampoos in when you travel.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't have anything ganky in there.
Deb, the first 2 or 3 years that we did the show, I think Deb, when we had if I had a Ziploc that didn't have anything wet in it, I would set it off to the side and I would notice that Deb would just kind of rat it. And I would see her stuffing it in this bum bag that she carries around everywhere she goes. I think there's a child in there. All right, 77031. What's coming up for news?
Well, we're going to dig a little bit deeper into the U.S. Supreme Court upholding the suspension of a Florida immigration law. Have a subscription to something you want to cancel? Well, good luck, because a court tosses the click to cancel rule.
Unbelievable.
Thanks, guys. And the U.S.'s most exciting and boring cities are just hours apart.
Really?
We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
You got it. All right, 77031. Don't forget your 6 o'clock keyword with about 10 minutes left to get over there is bills. That's BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Wednesday evening forecast. Seeing those temperatures staying mild through the overnight tonight, dropping into the mid-70s. So it is going to be a mild start to your Thursday. For your Thursday, temperature is going to be back up into the low 90s, possibly even flirting with the mid-90s, as we see those sea breeze thunderstorms really start to fire things up as we take a look at your Thursday afternoon. And same message goes for your Friday as well, with highs in the low 90s.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
People always say, Ryan, why don't you take it easy? Relax a little bit. Well, that's what the Staples Easy button is for. Just press it for quality products, friendly experts, and services like print, travel, or shipping, because we can't do it all. All right, guys? Thanks, Staples. That was easy.
This summer, it's all in at Daytona Beach Racing and Card Club. The 100K Almighty Stack runs July 9th through 13th. Buy in for $300 and play for your share of $100,000 guaranteed. Don't miss the action. Ready for some midweek fun? Join us Wednesday, July 16th at Daytona Beach and Orange City Racing and Card Clubs for $1,000 high-hand payouts every 20 minutes. That's right, 3K power hours from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Only at Daytona Beach and Orange City Poker. It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids. Running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention, it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well. And then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to aspireallergy.com. That's aspireallergy.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims, and in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near near you.
I'm Dr. Damon Tanton for Viome. Viome's full body intelligence test is the new science in anti-aging and life-extending insights. Viome analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes in certain foods and supplements can, get this, slow your aging, keep you looking young, and help prevent future health issues. Next, Viome doctors design supplements specifically to your body's needs. Their job is to slow down and help reverse how fast your body is aging. And your Viome microbiome test reveals why you have stomach issues, don't sleep well, have low energy, even why you can't lose weight, and more. Viome reboots your body to live longer, live healthier, and look younger.
Viome is changing lives. Order your full body intelligence test online and save $50. Viome guarantees rapid, remarkable health improvements your doctor will notice. Visit Viome.com, promo code THRIVE. That's VIOME.com, promo code THRIVE.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Orlando.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum, and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get Wi-Fi.
Yes,
immediately.
We need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
The All-American Summer Savings Event is happening now at Space Coast Harley-Davidson. Save up to $11,000 on select new 2023 Harley-Davidsons. Get limited-time summer savings while supplies last. Inventory available at 5 great locations, so if we don't have it, we can get it. Pre-qualify for financing and value your current trade at SpaceCoastHarley.com now. The All-American Summer Savings Event happening now at Space Coast Harley-Davidson. Offer valid on select in-stock 2023 models, like 2023 Street Glide, stock number 609165.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit OneFirmForLife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Hey, our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. So we will look ahead tomorrow on Real Radio Monsters in the Morning, a Thursday edition. That means Daisy Del Toro will take over the show, and they'll have a lot of fun with Daisy on hand. Don't forget to look ahead with the team at TK Law when it comes to planning your family's future. Visit OneFirmForLife.com.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Get your tickets to Taste Central Florida, tastecfl.org. Saturday night, 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock at the Orlando World Marriott. Hope to see you there. I'll be there with my friend Jana from XL 106.7.
Oh, fancy.
We will be hosting the event. 75 of the best restaurants in all of Orlando, serving it up for you to enjoy, including our friends that came in today from the Modern, not only with great food, but a wonderful gift for that That old-fashioned kit was pretty badass. So a lot of that coming up, and it benefits the best people in Orlando. Second Harvest and Coalition for the Homeless, all proceeds go to those areas. So again, join us, tastecfl.org. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hell yeah.
All right, coming up tomorrow, Ross on the show, Danny, Date Night Done Right, and Christmas in July is happening. Santa Clausman in tomorrow with $25 gift cards to Publix for trivia questions. So remember that, because I don't know if you've noticed, groceries be expensive. Mm-hmm. Beef is so expensive right now. It's kind of crazy, actually. How expensive it is. So Glenn will be in tomorrow doing Santa Clausman, Christmas in July, with gift cards from Publix, and we hope to see him for sure. We'll do that.
That'll be fun.
What else is tomorrow?
Isn't that enough fun for you?
It really is. I mean, that'll do it for sure. All right, let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here first on The Jim Colbert Show.
The U.S. Supreme Court is rejecting a request to allow for the enforcement of a new immigration law here in Florida. If you've illegally entered the country, the state law makes it illegal to enter Florida. A district court blocked the measure earlier this year, citing the Constitution's supremacy clause. Now the Supreme Court has rejected a request from the state to set aside that lower court's order. It is not a final ruling, but it does mean the law will not be able to take effect while the challenge against it proceeds. And remember, Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer has been found in contempt of court from a judge who had said, listen, you're not allowed to enforce this law. He was like, well, what are you going to do?
We're going to do this. It's a federal law. We have them for a reason.
Right, exactly. All right, speaking of things in the courts, an appeals court is throwing out a rule that was supposed to make it easier to cancel things like subscriptions to streaming services.
Big time support, bipartisan support for this, I think.
Because everybody hates that. The Federal Trade Commission's so-called click-to-cancel rule was announced in 2024 with the goal of making it just as easy to cancel something as it was to enroll. It was set to take effect in just a few days, but the court Tuesday said the agency hadn't done a proper regulatory analysis of the rule. Now, that's required when the impact on the economy is more than $100 million. What did we say earlier? Everything is tied to money?
Right. They literally said they didn't pass this because the I's weren't dotted and the T's weren't crossed. I mean, when you read the entire thing, it is kind of amazing what they used to cancel this, because obviously the lobby for these people has gotten to them, because it doesn't even make logical sense to people who would even agree. If it's so easy to sign up, it should be equally as easy to unsign up or to cancel the subscription. It is such a joke how bad and how unequal those events are.
Yeah, can't
simply
do that
amazing.
From your phone. You got to go to the website.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
insane.
The FTC argued its initial estimate of the economic impact was less than the $100 million threshold. So our bad. We didn't add the numbers right, so we can't pass it.
Yeah, by the way, we're not beholden to them. They're a company providing a service that we can or cannot buy. There is no guarantee there.
I know.
That doesn't even come into play. That's the stupidest argument I've ever heard in my life. I read that today, and I'm like, so, an adult wrote that?
Right.
Get out of here with that.
And expects other adults to buy it.
The most asinine argument I've ever heard.
It
well,
is
not ever, but I have kids.
It's one of them. All right, like I said in the tease before we went to break, the U.S.'s most exciting and boring cities are just hours apart. The financial website, financebuzz.com.
I wonder if I could get this.
Studied 75 U.S. cities and ranked this city as the most exciting.
It's Las Vegas.
It's got to be Vegas.
It is Atlanta.
Really?
Rankings were based on 5 categories: culinary scene, nightlife and celebrations, population makeup, outdoor activities, and things to do. Atlanta is followed by Miami, St. Louis, Orlando, and New York City.
I'll be damned. That's awesome.
On the other end of the spectrum, Jacksonville, Florida tops the list of the most boring cities in the U.S. Part of the things that brought it bad marks was apparently not a very good culinary scene. Rounding out the top 5 boring cities are Wichita, Kansas, Corpus Christi, Texas, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Memphis, Tennessee.
Seems right.
One other Florida city made the boring list, and that is Tallahassee.
Oh, yeah, so
which
boring.
Is ranked as the 9th most boring city in the U.S.
Yeah, it is, too. It's lame. It's beautiful, though.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, a lot of rolling hills up there, but there ain't nothing happening.
Nothing to do. But either way, you heard it here first on The Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you so much, Deborah. Who do we have to thank today?
Well, the first group actually we want to thank is the Modern.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We do want to thank the Modern, and you definitely want to get your tickets to Taste Central Florida, taking place this Saturday night with Jimmy and Jana from XL 106.7. We also want to thank Debbie Helsel with the Hang 10 and Luna, the executive director of that Back to Nature Wildlife Refuge. Orlando Sentinel columnist Scott Maxwell. Also want to thank Ross Padgett of Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. Don't forget, episode number 64 kicks off at 8 o'clock tonight. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Thank you, guys. Jack, question of the day.
No question. Do want to remind you, Ryan Holmes from The Monsters doing comedy this Saturday night in Mount Dora. RealRadio.fm/comedy for the details.
Get your tickets for sure. We love it. All right, coming up tomorrow, like I said, Danny Glenn in for Santa Clausman with gift cards. Ross in tomorrow. Big show coming up for sure. On behalf of Deb and Jack, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkies. They follow the Monsters in the morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time. It's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Wednesday evening.